And welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show. And joining me now, head coach Phil V. Hill. And Phil, the team's on a pretty good roll right now.
I'm proud of these guys. They got in. They're doing their job. They're playing for each other, and they seem to get better and better and better as the year has gone on. And really proud of their progress.
Well, and you have had some good starts here of late, which helps the matters as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been good. Our defense has started strong. Our offense has started strong. Scored on most of our shoot. I think the last 3 weeks we scored on every first drive that we've had, and again, that goes obviously a long ways into helping you play the game the way that you want to play it. And again, that just goes back to these guys doing their jobs and understanding the calls and trusting the scheme and flying around and making some plays. And so we're going to need that to continue today as we face Chadron State, a very good football team, and I look forward to watching our guys fly around and make some plays.
Well, the old adage, I guess, in football is you run the football and then you stop the run. Always seems to work well and get good results, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, we as coaches like to overcomplicate things. It still comes down to being able to run the ball and tackle. And if you can do those things, I think you're going to be okay. And really proud of our offensive line and our running backs and our tight ends and just the growth that we've seen in those groups throughout the year. And it's really become pretty awesome to watch those guys. It's I've said it before, but it is such a comfort for a coach to be able to know that, man, we're going to be able to line up, be physical, and run the football. And we've been able to do that for the last, 4 weeks specifically. We've been really good at it, and hopefully we need to continue that today as we face one of the better run defenses in the conference in Chadron. And so we got to be able to do that. And then defensively, we've got to be able to defend everything. Offensively, they're very good at what they do. They've got a pretty athletic quarterback. Reminds me a little bit of Tim Tebow. He's a lefty, and he can run it and throw it and do all those things. And so we're going to have our hands full today.
Well, it seems it's really kind of amazing how much this season mirrors last season. A lot of it has to do with the way the schedule shakes out, but each game on this little streak now toward the end of the season gets tougher and tougher. And this by far is your toughest test yet since the 1-3 start.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think Chadron is playing some really good football right now. Their schedule mirrors ours a little bit in that, the teams that they've lost to are really good football teams. And, they've lost to Mines, lost to Western, and lost to Augustana. All three of those teams, if they continue to play the way that they have been, are going to find themselves in the playoffs. And so we are going to have our hands full. We cannot go into this thing and feel it out. We've got to come out and throw the first punch, so to speak, and get after them from the get-go.
And the one thing about Chadron State, too, is continuity. They stay with the same basic philosophy. They've had the same coach now. I think this is his 12th season. They do a lot of the same things over and over, and they try to perfect those. And the first thing you notice is they're good up front on both sides of the football.
They're very talented on both sides. They do a lot with their run game. Obviously, having a quarterback that can run helps tremendously to be able to add an extra hat in the run game with his ability to read some things and do some things like that. Defensive line-wise, they are very, very good at playing with their hands. They are going to be an odd front, which means that they're only going to have 3 down linemen. But, they're, again, like I said earlier, they're one of the best run defenses in the league, and it's attributed to those guys up front, their ability to get off blocks and hold their gaps with only having 3 down linemen.
Just being physical. I guess this is a game where you preach to your ball club, hey, we got to be more physical than they are, because if they win the physical battle, chances are they're going to beat us. We have to match them and, in fact, better them. Yeah,
that's actually been our message the entire week. Really is the most physical football team is going to win on Saturday. And we can talk about scheme, we can talk about want to, all this other stuff. The team that is the most physical will win the game today, and we really believe that. We've been preaching that all week long. We've been telling these guys to prepare their minds and their bodies for 60 minutes of fist fight in a phone booth, and that's what we're going to see most likely today.
Well, and through the years, what I've noticed about them, if you control them, first down is a big down when you're facing these guys. You get them in 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 3 and 4. That's when they seem to get rolling, is when they're able to mix things up on 2nd down. If you can stop them on 1st down, it goes a long way toward beating them.
Well, our defense has done a really good job all year of getting off the field on 3rd downs. We're one of the tops in the country at 3rd down conversions, holding opponents on 3rd down conversions. And so, a lot of that is like we talk about a lot, is being great on 1st and 2nd down. If we're allowing them into 3rd and shorts, it doesn't matter who the offense is, they're going to have a much better opportunity to convert on that. And so we've got to win 1st and 2nd down and keep them in 3rd and long and make clear, obvious passing downs and let our defensive line and linebackers go create a rush.
Plus, it goes without saying, I guess, going into any game, you want to win the turnover battle, but especially against these guys at their place, they're going to be hyped up. The last thing you want to do is give them confidence and give them some easy fields.
Yeah, we've got to take care of the football. I mean, this is a rivalry game. You can really throw the records out anytime you're in a rivalry game. You got to make sure that you are, again, almost goes back to early in the season where it's like you just more teams lose these games than win them, and so you got to make sure that you're taking care of the football, that you're blocking well and you're tackling well, and again, I think the biggest key to victory for us tomorrow is going to be our physicality.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
Thunderbolts head coach Phil Vigil back with the starting lineups. We've got the opening kickoff. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium here in Chadron, Nebraska. On the edge of the beautiful Black Hills. Just go up the road about 2 hours and that puts you in Rapid City. So when you're around here, you see a lot of Mount Rushmore paraphernalia. That's an easy trip up the road to go see that. In fact, above my bed, Joe, in the hotel, Mount Rushmore right behind me.
You were looking up Lincoln's nose the whole
That's right. I was like,
right.
hey, easy up there. Blow your nose. Do something up there. Well, this game today, Joe, I think it comes down to the Thunderwolves. I think they're going to have to make some plays in the passing game because Chadron State's pretty good at stopping the run. Thunderwolves have been good lately running the football. They're going to be tested there, but I just get the feeling they're going to have to make some hay in the passing game.
Well, you talked to Phil Vigil and the coach show. We talked to him Thursday night. You and I talked about it on the way over here. If Csu-Pueblo can run the football today, they will win.
Yeah.
Because that will set up their passing game and the high percentage passes for Chance Fuller and let these receivers do what they do best. I mean, this is a great receiving room at Csu-Pueblo, but Howard Russell, Keon Martinez, and those guys being able to move the football on the ground.
And Chadron State, early in the year, Heath B. Miller was their starting quarterback. They made the change to go to Preston Pearson, and he is a big dude. This guy is 6'2", 220. He's a very physical quarterback. And Phil Vigil, as you heard, said he reminds him of Tim Tebow light, I guess you'd say, but kind of that same style. He is a lefty as well, so that's going to be could cause Thunderwolves some problems, not only with him throwing the ball, but running the ball.
Well, he's a lefty with a hitch in his giddy up when he throws. He kind of winds up from down low.
Kind of like Tebow.
Yeah, he brings it from the belt and
Yeah.
has to almost like he has to hurl it a little bit.
Yeah.
So getting pressure on him now, we've seen Csu-Pueblo's defensive line step up their game incrementally every week. And if they can put pressure on the quarterback today, like they have been, like if they can continue to do so, that will only help.
Yeah, it's Feeney in the middle, and then Scipio of late has just really come on.
He's a monster, Jim. He's 6'4", 230. Was an outside linebacker, still listed as a linebacker, but he's an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Let's just say it like it is. Whether his hand's in the ground or whether he's playing in coverage, he's an edge rusher.
Come back after this timeout. We'll give you the weather conditions, and we also have the keys to victory a little bit later here in the pregame show. We're winding our way toward kickoff on Fox Sports Pueblo.
These statements have not been evaluated. You are listening
Well, I
to
can do it real quick. I'll
Csu-Pueblo
turn the crowd
Thunderwolves
mic
football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Chadron, Nebraska. 59 degrees right now here in Chadron, expecting a high of 65 degrees. Very little wind to speak of, no chance of precipitation. We'll have the keys of the game come your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium here in Chadron, Nebraska. Glorious afternoon here today, and you just can't beat it. I mean, we've been up here sometimes when wind's blowing, and haven't had a snow game up here. We've been here after a snowstorm when it's been piled up, but it is just perfect here today. And Joe, when we pulled into the parking lot, we noticed, man, this is the biggest crowd we've ever seen here 2 hours before a game because it's family day.
It is family day. They all were announced with the players on the field. We usually park right behind the press box and just walk right in, but we had to park a little ways away today because there were fans early. Now this place will fill up. It always does. One side of the stadium, the side we sit on, will be full. The visitor side is a couple sets of bleachers, kind of like the old Roncalli. But nicer, But no, this is a great place to play. I know Csu-Pueblo thinks this is a red letter game, thanks to John Riston when he started the program back in 2008, and I think Phil Vigil has carried that over. And John talked to the team this week and has said, give one more play, do one more thing. Whatever your body will allow you to do one more thing. Give one more. And that's the theme for today for the Thunderwolves.
All right, that leads us right into the keys to the game. And first for the Thunderwolves, what do they have to do to come out with a victory here today?
Well, I think they need to continue the trend they've been trending upward on third down efficiency. So that means first and second down, they've been able to do what they want. And they've been converting on third downs and keeping the football and being able to dictate play offensively. And I think if they could do that today against this Chadron defense that plays a 3-3-3, basically. It's a strange defense. Then they have a chance to win the football game.
Well, they're playing the hype video here in the stadium. They have a big sledgehammer they carry out, and I'm sure that's probably their key to the game. Hit them in the mouth.
Well, Chadron's a physical football team. It's been a physical program. It was physical when Jay Long played, and he wants to do that physicality as a head coach, and he's tried to instill that in these Eagles. So they want to come out and hit Csu-Pueblo in the mouth. They have a great defensive front, and their offensive line is big and strong. So we'll see.
Well, the Thunderwolves have made their way out onto the field. Chadron State, they are all rallied around their goalpost down here to our right. They're getting ready to run on out here. Kickoff is next right here on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Just in time to give you the results of the coin toss. Joe, what happened?
Csu-Pueblo, as the visiting team, called the coin and was successful. Zach Rakowski calls tails. It was tails. They deferred to the second half. So Chadron will get the ball going left to right on your radio dial. Csu-Pueblo will be kicking with what, if there is a whisper of a wind. Well, I don't know. Now it looks like it's going both ways. It's a little swirl, but there's not much wind at all.
Yeah, 5 to 9. I've seen it kind of, but right now it's kind of laid down to where it's maybe 5, closer to that. So it's not going to be that big of impact in this ball game.
We'll get our first look at Preston Pearson. I remember that name.
Yeah, for the old Dallas Cowboy, number 26.
He's from Kearney, Nebraska. So wonders how a Kearney high school quarterback ends up in Chadron. That's almost heresy. Is it not? I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Kearney, they've been so bad for so long. They got good the last couple years, but this year they've kind of returned to the struggle. But they're in a mighty tough conference.
Well, they defected from the RMAC to go to the MIAA. And there's no non-conference games there because that conference is so big. So you're playing conference every week, and that is a lot higher dollar budget conference with better competition from top to bottom. There's still some teams that struggle, but from top to bottom, the MIAA is one of the better football conferences in Division II.
Yeah, we'll keep track of some of the other games in the conference today. We know Mines is up the road in Spearfish. They're taking on, that's about 3 hours from here. They are taking on Black Hills State. Western Colorado is home today to take on Highlands. Adams State will be at Mesa. Fort Lewis also up here in the Black Hills. They're taking on South Dakota Mines in Rapid City. So we got 3 RMAC football games with about a 3-hour drive of each other, 2.5-hour drive, Joe.
Well, it would have been nice had Csu-Pueblo played the Black Hills next week. We just stayed.
Yeah, we just kind of hung out and done all the stuff. We would have went and had that steakhouse you talked about. What do they have? We'll have steak. Potato.
Yes. Do you want the 8-ounce or the 10-ounce? Yes.
Okay. Butter and sour cream or just butter?
Okay. And a brownie. You got a brownie.
I like places like that.
I
You know,
do too.
it takes all the decision making out of
Yeah, you just have to know the size. And you know, if every person within a 20-mile radius is eating there, you know it's good.
Great atmosphere today, family day, big crowd on hand. Pretty good contingent of Thunderwolves fans across the way as well. We got a glorious afternoon. Thunderwolves set to kick this ball off. As Joe mentioned, they're moving right to left as we look at it through these giant windows. This is the best vantage point to do a ball game in the RMAC. Not even close. Love it.
Evan Lyons, the true freshman kicker for Csu-Pueblo, does all the kickoff duties.
And usually it's Tommy Thomas, but he's not back there. It's actually Brody Roden. He takes it at the 1. He's going to come out of there with it across the 11, 15, out to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a weird place to run one out of. Could have taken a fair catch there at the corner by the pylon, but he elected to try to make a play, and he gets it out across the 20, but he could have had the 25 for free, Joe.
Yeah, you cost your team 5 yards by trying.
And the umpire tax, or the center judge
Took it
tax,
all the way
this,
back to
took
the
it back
20.
to the 20. Said let's just make it even.
He's doing all stat keepers a favor by starting it at the 20. Chadron was ready to go, and Csu-Pueblo late. They've been fashionably late all season.
Yeah, the umpire had to step in and hold them off here. We have a little adjustment in the formation. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Here's a run up the middle. Good gain for Chadron State. Out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Jake Marshall averaging 5.7 yards a carry, and he rips off a 12-yard run here to start the ball game. Make it 4. Let's see where they're going to spot it. We're waiting for the umpire tax, and he's going to spot it at the 32. So it is a gain of 12. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Csu-Pueblo was coming on a blitz from the outside. He ran right by the blitzer.
Pearson in the gun has the running back. Marshall on his right hip. Now they adjust the play call. They look over to the sideline. Got a bunch formation on the left, right on the hash mark. Ball's right in the middle of the field here. A lot of times you'll see a quick little screen to the left here on this play, this setup. But instead they're going to run it around the right side. And turning the corner again, it's Marshall, but it's shut down in a hurry. Good pursuit there coming in for the Thunderwolves. Daniel Bone prevented what looked like it might be a big play for a moment. Turns into just a 3-yard gain.
Does a good job staying behind his back, but behind his blockers. Then he tried to pop it out a little bit. Daniel Bone coming up from safety makes it. You know, Marshall, they let him get away from Colorado. He's from Littleton High School, Chatfield High School.
Thunderwolves make 4 substitutions on defense here on 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. Ball on the right hash mark at the 35-yard line. Going to run a reverse here. And they come around the right side. It's open up the sideline across the 40, 45, 50. Flag comes down. We're going to get a blindside block here on Chadron State. This is going to be a personal foul, an illegal block along the sideline. So it's going to be a big game, but it's going to take 15 yards of it away here.
Great call by the Chadron offense. Csu-Pueblo overly aggressive, running with the motion.
They don't call it blindside, they just call it a hold. So that's not quite as damaging. So just a 10-yard mark off from midfield. So it was the wide receiver up here on the right side. I believe that was Roland George III. He got called for holding. So it ends up being a gain on the play. Net gain of 5. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. So we actually gained 15, but take away 10 yards on the penalty. There's your football math. So 2nd and 2 here for the Eagles. They empty the backfield this time. Trips to the left, bring a man in motion toward the formation on that side. Straight drop back. Pearson, now he's going to run with it. Cuts to the outside. Now passes over the middle. Caught. 1st down into Thunderwolves territory. On the grab, Tommy Thomas. Looked like he was going to run, Joe, and he stopped right along the line of scrimmage and fired it up the middle.
Well, as long as one part of his body's still on the line of scrimmage or behind it, because it looked like he threw that ball from the 40, and the 39 was the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 Eagles on the move here. Their first possession of the game. They're at the 43-yard line of the Thunderwolves. No score. Just underway from Chadron, Nebraska. Empty backfield again. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Straight drop back. Looks left, fires left. Caught inside the 40. Spin move. Breaks one. Tackle for the moment. But able to get him on the ground was Daniel Bone. He had a handful of his jersey. Couldn't quite get away from him. Gains 4, though. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Nice little play by Pearson just to let his receiver get open. It didn't take much. Csu-Pueblo unable to get pressure early, Jim.
Look at this set. quad to the right. 4 wide receivers, 3 of them bunched up on the hash mark. Another wide to the right. Ball's on the left hash. Quarterback draw right up the middle. And hit down short of the first down is Pearson. Gets it down to the 36. It's going to set up 3rd down now and 3 for the Eagles in Thunderwolves territory here.
Definitely 2-down territory for Chadron. Michael Lutu from his, not necessarily a nose, close to nose, defensive guard, I guess, or defensive tackle.
Thunderwolves bring in 5 substitutes on this play. On defense, one of them extra defensive back here. Looks like a kind of a nickel package. They got 6 defensive backs actually in this setup. They're going to run the ball up the middle. It's a 1st down to the 32-yard line. Breaking through there, Marshall. Had the Thunderbolts spread out a little bit, and they tried to pop Marshall through there. He got through there for the 1st down, almost sprung it for 6.
Lots of eye candy so far by Chadron's offense. A lot of offensive sets, a lot of multiple receiver sets, going to the weak side, opening up that middle, and taking full advantage.
Yeah, they definitely look like they're ready to go here today. Very sharp here in the early going. 1st and 10, Thunderbolts 32-yard line, no score. First possession of the ball game. Double tight end set this time. Now they split one of the tight ends out to the left. They're going to look left, wide receiver screen, actually tight end screen, and the big guy breaks a tackle up the sideline. He's got the 1st down. What a big monster that is. Roe Abercrombie. This guy is a specimen. 6'4", 250-pound sophomore out of San Bernardino, and he gets the 1st down.
He paid for it. He broke a couple of tackles, and then Corey McClellan came over and said, it's enough of that.
Down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the move here on this first drive of the game in Thunderwolves territory.
This relatively young defensive line has been unable to get pressure.
Up under center this time. They pitch. Here's the reverse again. And the pitch back to the quarterback. He's under pressure. Gets the pass away. Throw an interception. Picked off by the Thunderwolves.
John Nushi's just standing there. Ball goes right to him. Terrible pass by Pearson, trying to throw under duress. And John Nushi, the pride of Lahana, Tiger Pride.
Well, it was a reverse. They pitched it. They went up under center, pitched it to the running back. He pitches it to the wide receiver, who pitches it back to the quarterback, and they were trying to look for something down the field, but the Thunderwolves, heavy pressure on Pearson. And as Joe mentioned, he threw it right into Nushi's hands, so the Thunderwolves get the turnover, and they start from their own 27-yard line. 10:04 to go here in the first quarter. Chance Fuller comes out. He has Martinez on his left hip. Stack up a couple wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver right. They give it to Martinez up the middle. He squirts through there, and he's across the 30 to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. Nice gain there. Pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Pack.
If you watch Keon Martinez, it looks like there's nothing, and then there's 5. Every time he carries the football, he looks like he's going to get lost in the shuffle, and next thing you know, he's got 5 yards.
4 wide receiver set this time, 2 by 2 on each side. Fuller takes the snap, gives it to Martinez up the middle, and he is shut down this time. He keeps the legs churning for a yard out to maybe 2 out to the 34-yard line. Going to set up 3rd down and 4 now for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves been much better of late on 3rd down. Here they get an early test on their first possession of the game, trying to take advantage of the early turnover. 2 wide receivers to each side. Ball's right in the middle of the field here on 3rd and 4. They show blitz. Thunderwolves now change the play call, so on the pre-snap read, they get to see that they were going to send both backers that time. Now we'll see how each team adjusts here on 3rd and 4. Fuller takes the snap. They send the house. Pass out in the flat, caught by Cook, and he breaks the tackle. He's across the 40 to the 43-yard line. 1st down for the Thunderwolves. Nice toss that time by Fuller.
Yeah, right on the money to Cookie. And Cookie stopped, tried to break down his defensive back, knew he had to get to the sticks, and was able to get the 1st down.
Out to the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. They stack each wide receiver on each side. They hand it to Martinez up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, puts his head down, rams his way out to the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. So this Chadron defense, they're very good against the run, one of the leaders in the nation. But the Thunderwolves finding a little success here early.
Well, that's 2 1st down calls with Keon Martinez and 2 5-yard gains on 1st down.
2nd down and 5 from the 48. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Again, they give it to Martinez. Or next is Russell's into the ball game this time, and he's hit immediately, no gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. And we do have a flag down here. Do we?
No.
No. I just heard the PA guy say flag, and I was looking for it.
No, they wanted a late hit on Dvorak, but he was just engaged with his defender, the tight end from Csu-Pueblo, and the defender fell down, and they thought it was late.
All right, 3rd and 5 for the Thunderwolves. Fuller from the gun. Straight drop back. They pick up the pressure, pass in the flat, caught by Russell. Puts his head down short of the first down. He just kind of stumbled that time, Joe, and couldn't keep his footing enough to get the first down. He's going to be a couple yards short. Thunderwolves probably punted here, I would think.
I don't think so. I think that they're going to keep the offense on the field and see what happens. Bringing in a fullback and Stevie Kroll at the quarterback.
Yeah, they are going to go with the run package here. Now, this could be just disguising, maybe trying to draw them off here, but they do have their power set out there. Kroll in the gun. He has Russell on his right hip here on 4th down and 2 from the 49-yard line. They do go for it. Quarterback draw. Kroll puts his head down, bangs his way forward. He's going to be about a yard short.
He didn't get it because he great job by Chadron's defense. They stopped him. He needed another half a yard and didn't get it.
So the analytics department of the Thunderwolves said you got to go for it there, and sometimes analytics is wrong.
They think when they put the ball down, they were going to measure, but they don't need to measure this, Jim.
Yeah, he's a full half yard short. And the ball does go over on downs to Chadron State.
It initially looked like the hole was there.
Kind of ran high, didn't get low, didn't submarine in there.
You know, if he puts his head down and maybe keeps those legs moving, he didn't miss it by much.
Yeah, he needed a burrow on that play, and the old Terrell Davis burrow play, you know. So it goes over on down. Chadron State takes over at the 48-yard line.
Nice job by Chadron's defense, and then that turnover doesn't kill them now.
They start from their own 48-yard line. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Marshall on the right hip in the backfield. He gets the handoff up the middle, no gain. Yeah, maybe a yard. They're going to give him the 49-yard line. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. No score here. 6:49 to go, first quarter.
Play like that, Chadron just run, to me, means they're setting something up. That was a very bland play that they knew probably wasn't going to go anywhere.
2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers each side. Ball's on the left hash mark from the gun. Pearson, the big left-handed quarterback. Takes a snap in the pocket. Pump fake. It's not there. He's going to run with it, and he's sacked. Well, he's not sacked. He's going to gain maybe a yard on the play. He was taken down for the Thunderwolves. James Turrington got him, and it's hard to get him down right where you hit him. Pulled him forward for maybe a yard. Well, maybe into Thunderwolves territory. It looks like where the umpire is going to put it down is at the 49-yard line of the pack. So 3rd and 7.
Turrington just 6'1", but 310. Got a big paw on him and was able to pull him down.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. They spread the formation this time. 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. They do have a tight end in the set. He lines up in the slot to the right. They look his way. Here's the pass out in the flat. It's incomplete. That was a terrible pass.
Well, that's thanks to Micah Scipio. Micah Scipio comes from the left defensive end on a straight blitz, gets to quarterback, makes him throw it when he did not want to.
Kind of look at Pearson there. He's limping a bit when he comes off the field there.
Because he got all of Micah Scipio.
He might have put a little knee to the thigh pad there. He's now he's noticeably limping over here on the sideline.
Well, it just might make him think about it the next series.
So we'll keep an eye on him the next time they're out there. Cook back at the 10-yard line to receive the punt here by Brody Eisenbrom. He angles it toward the right sideline. Fair catch signaled for. Cook has it. Nice diving catch at the 16-yard line. That saves a lot of field position there.
Jim, I don't think the block was on, but it could have been because they were in the backfield.
Should have a media timeout here, I would think. Mr. Armac Red Cap, go out there on the field, will you? Timeout. We're going to take one anyway. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Thunderwolf Pride with gear from the Csu-Pueblo bookstore.
Yeah, exactly.
Official supplier of Thunderwolf apparel and imprinted items. Everything the sportsmen need.
Well,
from hoodies, t-shirts,
imitation is the biggest form of
flags,
flattery, right?
Tailgating items. Shop the Csu-Pueblo bookstore in the Oceano Student Center at the Thunderbolt or online at csupstore.com. Make your purchase count. All profits stay on campus to support university programs and Csu-Pueblo athletics. Go Pack!
You're listening to Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Just in time to give you the results of the coin toss. Joe, what happened?
CSU Pueblo, as the visiting team, called the coin and was successful. Zach Rakowski calls tails. It was tails. They deferred to the second half. So Chadron will get the ball going left to right on your radio dial. CSU Pueblo will be kicking with what, if there is a whisper of a wind, is, well, I don't know. Now it looks like it's going both ways. It's a little swirl, but there's not much wind at all.
Yeah, 5 to 9. I've seen it kind of, but right now it's kind of laid down to where it's maybe 5, closer to that. So it's not going to be that big of impact in this ball game.
We'll get our first look at Preston Pearson. I remember that name.
Yeah, for the old Dallas Cowboy, number 26.
He's from Kearney, Nebraska, so wonders how a Kearney high school quarterback ends up in Chadron. That's almost heresy. Is it
sure.
not? I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Kearney, they've been so bad for so long. They got good the last couple years, but this year they've kind of returned to the struggle. But they're in a mighty tough conference.
Well, they defected from the RMAC to go to the MIAA. And there's no non-conference games there because that conference is so big. So you're playing conference every week, and that is a lot higher dollar budget conference with better competition from top to bottom. There's still some teams that struggle, but from top to bottom, the MIAA is one of the better football conferences in Division II.
Yeah, we'll keep track of some of the other games in the conference today. We know Mines is up the road in Spearfish. They're taking on, that's about 3 hours from here. They are taking on Black Hills State. Western Colorado is home today to take on Highlands. Adams State will be at Mesa. Fort Lewis, also up here in the Black Hills, they're taking on South Dakota Mines in Rapid City. So we got 3 RMAC football games within about a 3-hour drive of each other, 2.5-hour drive, Joe.
Well, it would have been nice had CSU Pueblo played the Black Hills next week. We'd just stayed.
Yeah, we just kind of hung out and done all the stuff. We would have went and had that steakhouse you talked about. What do they have? We'll have steak.
What?
Potato.
Yes. You want the 8-ounce or the 10-ounce? Yes.
Okay. Butter and sour cream, or just butter? Okay.
And a brownie. You got a brownie.
I like places like that.
I do too.
It takes all the decision making out of it.
Yeah, you just have to know the size. and if every person within a 20-mile radius is eating there, it's good.
Great atmosphere today, family day, big crowd on hand. Pretty good contingent of Thunderwolves fans across the way as well. We got a glorious afternoon. Thunderwolves set to kick this ball off. As Joe mentioned, they're moving right to left as we look at it through these giant windows. This is the best vantage point to do a ball game in the RMAC. Not even close. Love it.
Evan Lyons, the true freshman kicker for CSU Pueblo, does all the kickoff duties.
And usually it's Tommy Thomas, but he's not back there. It's actually Brody Roden, and he takes it at the 1. He's going to come out of there with it across the 11, 15, out to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a weird place to run one out of. Could have taken a fair catch there at the corner by the pylon, but he elected to try to make a play, and he gets it out across the 20, but he could have had the 25 for free, Joe.
Yeah, you cost your team 5 yards by trying.
And the umpire tax, or the center judge tax,
took it all the way back to
the 20. Said, let's just make it even.
He's doing all stat keepers a favor by starting it at the 20. Chadron was ready to go, and CSU Pueblo late. They've been fashionably late all season.
Yeah, the umpire had to step in and hold them off here. We have a little adjustment in the formation. Double receivers left, single receiver right. Here's a run up the middle. Good gain for Chadron State. Out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Jake Marshall averaging 5.7 yards a carry, and he rips off a 12-yard run here to start the ball game. Make it 4. Let's see where they're going to spot it. We're waiting for the umpire tax, and he's going to spot it at the 32. So it is a gain to 12. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
CSU Pueblo was coming on a blitz from the outside. He ran right by the blitzer.
Pearson in the gun has the running back Marshall on his right hip. Now they adjust the play call. They look over to the sideline. Got a bunch formation on the left, right on the hash mark. The ball's right in the middle of the field here. A lot of times you'll see a quick little screen to the left here on this play, this setup. But instead, they're going to run it around the right side. And turning the corner again, it's Marshall, but it's shut down in a hurry. Good pursuit there coming in for the Thunderwolves. Daniel Bone prevented what looked like it might be a big play for a moment. Turns into just a 3-yard gain.
Does a good job staying behind his back, but behind his blockers. Then he tried to pop it out a little bit. So Daniel Bone coming up from safety makes it. Marshall, they let him get away from Colorado. He's from Littleton High School, Chatfield High School.
Thunderwolves make 4 substitutions on defense here on 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. Ball on the right hash mark at the 35-yard line. Going to run a reverse here. And they come around the right side. It's open up the sideline across the 40, 45, 50. Flag comes down. We're going to get a blindside block here on Chadron State. This is going to be a personal foul, an illegal block along the sideline. So it's going to be a big game, but it's going to take 15 yards of it away here.
Great call by the Chadron offense. CSU Pueblo overly aggressive, running with the motion.
They don't call it blindside. They just call it a hold. So that's not quite as damaging. So just a 10-yard mark off from midfield. So it was the wide receiver up here on the right side. I believe that was Roland George III. He got called for holding. So it ends up being a gain on the play. Net gain of 5. So it'll be 2nd down and 2. So we actually gained 15, but take away 10 yards on the penalty. There's your football math. So 2nd and 2 here for the Eagles. They empty the backfield this time. Trips to the left, bring a man in motion toward the formation on that side. Straight drop back. Pearson, now he's going to run with it. Cuts to the outside. Now passes over the middle. Caught. 1st down into Thunderwolves territory. On the grab, Tommy Thomas. Looked like he was going to run, Joe, and he stopped right along the line of scrimmage and fired it up the middle.
Well, as long as one part of his body's still on the line of scrimmage or behind it, because it looked like he threw that ball from the 40, and the 39 was the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 Eagles on the move here. Their first possession of the game. They're at the 43-yard line of the Thunderwolves. No score. Just underway from Chadron, Nebraska. Empty backfield again. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Straight drop back. Looks left, fires left. Caught. Inside the 40, spin move, breaks one, tackle for the moment, but able to get him on the ground was Daniel Bone. He had a handful of his jersey, couldn't quite get away from him. Gains 4, though. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Nice little play by Pearson just to let his receiver get open. It didn't take much. CSU Pueblo unable to get pressure early, Jim.
Look at this set. Quad to the right. 4 wide receivers, 3 of them bunched up on the hash mark. Another wide to the right. Ball's on the left hash. Quarterback draw right up the middle. And hit down short of the 1st down is Pearson. Gets it down to the 36. It's going to set up 3rd down now and 3 for the Eagles in Thunderwolves territory here.
Definitely 2-down territory for Chadron. Michael Lutu from his, not necessarily a nose, close to nose, defensive guard, I guess, or defensive tackle.
Thunderwolves bring in 5 substitutes on this play. On defense, one of them extra defensive back here. Looks like a kind of a nickel package. They got 6 defensive backs actually in this setup. They're going to run the ball up the middle. It's a 1st down to the 32-yard line. Breaking through there, Marshall. Had the Thunderbolts spread out a little bit, and they tried to pop Marshall through there. He got through there for the 1st down, almost sprung it for 6.
Lots of eye candy so far by Chadron's offense. A lot of offensive sets, a lot of multiple receiver sets, going to the weak side, opening up that middle, and taking full advantage.
Yeah, they definitely look like they're ready to go here today. Very sharp here in the early going. 1st and 10, Thunderbolts 32-yard line, no score. First possession of the ball game. Double tight end set this time. Now they split one of the tight ends out to the left. They're going to look left, wide receiver screen, actually tight end screen, and the big guy breaks a tackle up the sideline. He's got the 1st down. What a big monster that is. Roe Abercrombie. This guy is a specimen. 6'4", 250-pound sophomore out of San Bernardino, and he gets the 1st down.
He paid for it. He broke a couple of tackles, and then Corey McClellan came over and said, it's enough of that.
Down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the move here on this first drive of the game in Thunderwolves territory.
This relatively young defensive line has been unable to get pressure.
Up under center this time. They pitch. Here's the reverse again. And the pitch back to the quarterback. He's under pressure. Gets the pass away. Throw an interception. Picked off by the Thunderwolves.
John Nushi's just standing there. Ball goes right to him. Terrible pass by Pearson. Trying to throw under duress. And John Nushi, the pride of Lahana, Tiger Pride.
Well, it was a reverse. They pitched it. They went up under center, pitched it to the running back. He pitches it to the wide receiver, who pitches it back to the quarterback, and they were trying to look for something down the field, but the Thunderwolves, heavy pressure on Pearson, And as Joe mentioned, he threw it right into Nushi's hands, so the Thunderbolts get the turnover, and they start from their own 27-yard line. 10:04 to go here in the first quarter. Chance Fuller comes out. He has Martinez on his left hip. Stack up a couple wide receivers left, one wide receiver right. They give it to Martinez up the middle. He squirts through there, and he's across the 30 to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. Nice gain there. Pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Pack.
If you watch Keon Martinez, it looks like there's nothing, and then there's 5. Every time he carries the football, he looks like he's going to get lost in the shuffle, and next thing you know, he's got 5 yards.
4 wide receiver set this time, 2 by 2 on each side. Fuller takes the snap. Gives it to Martinez up the middle, and he is shut down this time. It keeps the legs churning for a yard out to maybe 2 out to the 34-yard line. Going to set up 3rd down and 4 now for the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves been much better of late on 3rd down. Here they get an early test on their first possession of the game, trying to take advantage of the early turnover. 2 wide receivers to each side. Ball's right in the middle of the field here on 3rd and 4. They show blitz. Thunderbolts now change the play call, so on the pre-snap read, they get to see that they were going to send both backers that time. Now we'll see how each team adjusts. Here on 3rd and 4. Fuller takes the snap. They send the house. Pass out in the flat, caught by Cook, and he breaks the tackle. He's across the 40 to the 43-yard line. 1st down for the Thunderbolts. Nice toss that time by Fuller.
Yeah, right on the money to Cookie. And Cookie stopped, tried to break down his defensive back, knew he had to get to the sticks, and was able to get the 1st down.
Out to the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. They stack each wide receiver on each side. They hand it to Martinez up the middle, breaks 1 tackle, puts his head down, rams his way out to the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. So this Chadron defense, they're very good against the run, one of the leaders in the nation. But the Thunderbolts finding a little success here early.
Well, that's 2 1st down calls with Keon Martinez and 2 5-yard gains on 1st down.
2nd down and 5 from the 48. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Again, they give it to Martinez. Or next is Russell's into the ball game this time, and he's hit immediately, no gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. And we do have a flag down here. Do we?
No.
No, I just heard the PA guy say flag, and I was looking for it.
No, they wanted a late hit on Dvorak, but he was just engaged with his defender, the tight end from Csu-Pueblo, and the defender fell down, and they thought it was late.
All right, 3rd and 5 for the Thunderwolves. Fuller from the gun, straight drop back. They pick up the pressure, pass in the flat, caught by Russell, puts his head down short of the 1st down. He just kind of stumbled that time, Joe, and couldn't keep his footing enough to get the 1st down. He's going to be a couple yards short. Thunderbolts probably punted here, I would think.
I don't think so. I think that they're going to keep the offense on the field and see what happens. Bringing in a fullback and Stevie Kroll at the quarterback.
Yeah, they are going to go with the run package here. Now, this could be just disguising, maybe trying to draw them off here, but they do have their power set out there. Kroll in the gun. He has Russell on his right hip here on 4th down and 2 from the 49-yard line. You go for it. Quarterback draw. Kroll puts his head down, banks his way forward. He's going to be about a yard short.
He didn't get it because he great job by Chadron's defense. They stopped him. He needed another half a yard and didn't get it.
So the analytics department of the Thunderbolts said you got to go for it there, and sometimes analytics is wrong.
They think when they put the ball down, they were going to measure, but they don't need to measure this, Jim.
Yeah, he's a full half yard short. And the ball does go over on downs to Chadron State.
It initially looked like the hole was there.
Kind of ran high, didn't get low, didn't submarine in there.
You know, if he puts his head down and maybe keeps those legs moving, he didn't miss it by much.
Yep, he needed a burrow on that play, and the old Terrell Davis burrow play, you know. So it goes over on downs. Chadron State takes over at the 48-yard line.
Nice job by Chadron's defense, and then that turnover doesn't kill them now.
They start from their own 48-yard line. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Marshall on the right hip in the backfield. He gets the handoff up the middle, no gain. Yeah, maybe a yard. They're going to give him the 49-yard line. Gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. No score here. 6:49 to go, first quarter.
Play like that, Chadron just run, to me, means they're setting something up. That was a very bland play that they knew probably wasn't going to go anywhere.
2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers each side. Ball's on the left hash mark from the gun. Pearson, the big left-handed quarterback. Takes a snap. in the pocket. Pump fake. It's not there. He's going to run with it, and he's sacked. Well, he's not sacked. He's going to gain maybe a yard on the play. He's taken down for the Thunderbolts. James Turrington got him, and it's hard to get him down right where you hit him. Pulled him forward for maybe a yard. Well, maybe into Thunderbolts territory. It looks like where the umpire is going to put it down is at the 49-yard line of the pack. So 3rd and 7.
Turrington just 6'1", but 310. Got a big paw on him and was able to pull him down.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. They spread the formation this time. 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. They do have a tight end in the set. He lines up in the slot to the right. They look his way. Here's the pass out in the flat. It's incomplete. That was a terrible pass.
Well, that's thanks to Micah Scipio. Micah Scipio comes from the left defensive end on a straight blitz, gets to quarterback, makes him throw it when he did not want to.
Kind of looking at Pearson there. He's limping a bit when he comes off the field there.
He got all of Micah Scipio.
He might have put a little knee to the thigh pad there. He's now he's noticeably limping over here on the sideline.
Well, it just might make him think about it the next series.
So we'll keep an eye on him the next time they're out there. Cook back at the 10-yard line to receive the punt here by Brody Eisenbrom. He angles it toward the right sideline. Fair catch signaled for. Cook has it. Nice diving catch at the 16-yard line. That saves a lot of field position there.
Jim, I don't think the block was on, but it could have been because they were in the backfield.
Should have immediate timeout here, I would think. Mr. Armac Red Cap, go out there on the field, will you? Timeout. We're going to take one anyway. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score on Fox Sports Pueblo.
I'm James Palmer.
And I'm Steve Weich, and we're your host of the new podcast, The NFL Report. Twice a week, every week, we'll use our decades of experience covering football to pull back the curtain of the NFL and provide perspective and depth on the biggest topics on and off the field.
No hot takes, just real football.
Look at that monitor in right there.
For real football fans. The NFL Report podcast every Monday and Thursday. Listen now on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Meet Bruce.
Hey there.
He's a busy soccer dad who's trying hard to learn the game.
Go for the end zone.
Whoops. Luckily, other things come easy, like banking with Chase. And a tip from his banker, he set up autosave in the Chase mobile app. So what are you saving for, Bruce?
Father-daughter soccer camp.
Smart bankers, convenient tools,
10-0
one bank with the power of both. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Autosave requires a Chase checking and savings account. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium here in Chadron, Nebraska. No score here. Kind of what Joe and I expected. A little bit of a slugfest here so far. Chadron being able to move the ball a little bit. Thunderwolves a little bit as well before breaking down and going for it on 4th down and not converting. So Thunderwolves start. Looks like the 17-yard line. Here's a pass out in the flat to Martinez. Nice cut there across the 15, 20, 25. He's close to the 30-yard line. Flag comes down. Going to get an illegal block here on the Thunderwolves at the end of the play.
And he didn't need to do that, Jim.
Play was over.
But again, and that did matter on that play.
I'm not even sure that was a pass play. Might have been a running play. It was dangerously close to a backwards pass, I guess. It would be dangerous if he dropped it. It's always a risk when you pass one backwards out there in the flat. Holding against the Thunderwolves. And it's been consistent all year long. None of these stadiums in the RMAC have the referee mics wired up. That should be the #1 memo for the media department at the RMAC. Make sure these stadiums, a lot of them have the jacks for it, but they don't work. Even we're guilty of that at the Thunderbolt. We're trying to get that fixed.
Basically a 3-yard penalty.
Yeah, it ends up back at the 13-yard line. So 1st and 13. And movement along the line of scrimmage, that's going to be a false start. Chadron State made a little shift along the line of scrimmage, but I don't think they came into the neutral zone. Did make the Thunderwolves flinch. Should be a illegal procedure, I think, against the pack here. Nope, they are going to call offside, evidently.
You know, the defensive tackle on the left side came across the line, and that made Etheridge move on the right side.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he got into the neutral zone. We're on the 30-yard line to the left. Play is down at the 20-yard line to the right. So now it's 1st and 8. Don't get to say that very often. Here's play action. Going up the right side. Wide open is Retzlaff. He's got it in the clear. 50, 40, 30. Cuts inside. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. Reggie Retzlaff.
How's that for yards after catch? Yakety yak. Reggie Retzlaff.
Man, they hit him in the clear, and he was 10 yards in the clear, Joe, and then nobody was going to catch him. We kidded him about his speed at the game. Everybody kind of underestimates how fast he is. No one ever catches the guy.
That was breakaway speed, and he did a great job cutting him back across the field. Rather than trying to run down the sidelines, he came back into the boundary, into the middle of the field, and took it to the house.
Here's Willig in to try the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up. Oh, and he didn't hit that one very good, and he does make it, though, so he keeps the streak alive. That was not very many style points there. 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 7-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
7-0 Thunderwolves after the strike to Retzlaff. Here's the kick. Chance for the return here, taken at the 1-yard line. They are going to return it. Out across the 10, angling to the far sideline. That's never a good idea when you're a kick returner. And he's snowed under at the 10-yard line. Bad decision there.
Never run left to right.
Well, Joe, what happened on that touchdown play?
Well, we had Reggie Retzlaff on the coach's show this week, and he talked about the different formations, whether you're a wide out in the slot, and he was a wide out on that. He just hit single coverage and did a double move, and the defender, the cornerback, just stopped on that double move and thought it was going to be run support. And Reggie was 10 yards wide, and Chance put the ball on the money. Hit him in stride.
And you mentioned it, he made that adjustment about the 30-yard line, cutting inside, not letting the sideline be the opponent's friend there. And
absolutely. Reggie used all the field.
So 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 10-yard line. Play action pass. Pearson now under pressure. He's flushed from the pocket. Here comes pressure. They hit him hard. Ball is out in the flat, incomplete. He was outside the tackle box. What a smashing hit.
Daniel Bone was spying on him, and while he was looking at the spy, Scipio cut him in half.
Well, he was limping beforehand. He might be more than limping now. I might want to check his spleen. 2nd down and 10 from the 10-yard line.
That was a great job by Daniel Bone spying him, though, waiting for him to either run or pass because he had that option.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. Double wide out right. Actually trips to the right here. Man is in the slot. They also have a man to the left. And they're going to hand it off around the left side. And breaking a tackle close to the front. And then Bone lights him up on the sideline. That's going to be a personal foul. Late hit out of bounds there as Marshall stepped out of bounds, and then Bone just body slammed him on the sideline with the hit.
Yeah, so it's going to go from the 20, which would have been a first down, to the 35 now. That's not a smart play by the veteran. Pride of Pine Creek got he is the most physical player on the team without question.
So that takes it all the way out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 7-0. Thunderwolves on top. 4:47 to go here in the first quarter. Retzlaff on the 84-yard touchdown pass from Fuller. As the Thunderwolves on top. They're going to run around the left side, and not much there. Bone makes the tackle there. He's everywhere, Joe.
Well, another good guest on our coach's show this week was Corey McClellan. He said, you know what? Bone likes to hit. I like to catch the intercepting passes. So I'm going to let him go, have total disregard for his body, and I'm just going to play center field. Although Corey McClellan can come up and run support, but different kind of player than Daniel Bone.
Gain of a yard. It's 2nd down and 9 now for the Eagles. They're at their own 36-yard line. They adjust the formation. They send the wide receiver to the left. That's Grant Swinson. He's in the slot to the left, actually. They have a man wide to the right. Ball in the left hash. They bring him in motion, fake the jet sweep action. Ball's fumbled, but it's picked up and fallen on by Pearson. They had a lot of different faking going on there as they faked the jet sweep. I think they wanted to hand it off to Marshall, and then Pearson put it on the turf.
And who was right there making a mess of everything? Scipio. Jim, we've called his name every series so far. And now he's out of the game. It's like, no, get back in.
Yeah, I can hear the coaches to our right here
they're
panicking, saying, no, get him back out there.
Why would you ever take him out of the game?
3rd down and 11 now from the 34-yard line. This is a Scipio kind of down here.
Pin your ears back. Watch the center of the field.
Seidenberger showing blitz off the left edge as well. Here they come. They come right up the middle. They flush and pass over the middle. Oh, it's picked off. As actually Seidenberger, he faked the blitz, Joe, and then he went back. It was kind of like a zone blitz, and he went back in coverage and fooled the quarterback, Pearson.
Yeah, he dropped back in coverage, and the ball was underthrown. That could have been 2 picks by 2 middle linebackers in 4 series.
Seidenberger beside himself, Joe. That would have been his second of the year. Remember, he returned the other one for a touchdown. That could have been a touchdown if he caught it.
Oh.
But he baited the Eagles as he was up on the line of scrimmage showing blitz and then got back into coverage. Great defensive call there. So punt formation. On his way, Thunderbolts almost got home there. Takes a bounce for the Eagles and now picked up by Cook. Breaks a tackle across the 20 up to the 24-yard line. And he's hit out of bounds. And they aren't going to call that one. And he got sent right into the kicking net and all those bodies over there.
Yeah, we're right next to the Csu-Pueblo coaches up in the sky, and they wanted a flag. They're like, hey, you call our guy for hitting a guy out of bounds. What about their guys? But again, as the great Jim Brooks would always say, Jim.
Know your geography,
Correct.
Joe. You got to know it. Plus, that was kind of an excuse me hit along the sideline.
Yeah,
Bones was a blow-up job.
Let's put it this way. Bone earned his 15.
Yes.
And now he owes 15, but he earned 15.
1st and 10 Thunderwolves from their own 25-yard line, leading the game 7-0, 3:12 to go here in the first quarter.
I think Chance Fuller's going to throw in single coverage every chance he gets.
Well, he's got Retzlaff in single coverage over to the right, and they're going to hand the ball. No, they fake it up the left sideline looking for Cook, and it's overthrown by about 5 yards. Cook saying, where's the penalty there? I'm being held the whole way.
Being held all the way down. And the defensive back puts his arms up like he had something to do with that. The ball was overthrown by 10 yards, 5 yards at least.
So 2nd down and 10. Cook will come out of the game right now, and Gravano comes in. Retzlaff is wide to the right. Rakowski in the slot to the right. Russell in the ball game. He takes the handoff, breaks one tackle, and then he's snowed under after maybe a yard on the play. Eagles, they're a tough defense to run against. John Riston back in the old days, I say now because he's old, because he's gone.
He is
it's,
former.
They got to get it targeted right. Got to get it targeted against the Eagles. And we've seen some great second half running games here by the Thunderwolves in years past. Trips to the right in a bunch formation. Gravano was wide to the left. No tight end in this set. Actually, they do have a tight end. It's Dvorak. He lines up, though, to the left of Fuller. Kind of blocking support there. Pass over the middle. Caught. Retzlaff, 1st down. Out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. He just sat down in a soft spot in the zone there, Joe, and Fuller with a strike.
Well, Chadron State defenders were 7 yards off the ball and then backpedaled. And like you said, it was like a little curl route and turned. But that was 12 yards of curl.
Out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. They lead at 7-0, 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Cook and Gravano to the left, Retzlaff and Rakowski to the right in this set. Russell back in the ball game, play action. Now they're flushed out of the pocket. Fuller goes right side, caught to Retzlaff. Nice movement there. There's the old yak yardage there, close to another 1st down. Caught it about 4 yards up the field, make the man miss, gets close to a 1st down.
Shatter's not sure what to do with Reggie Retzlaff right now, Jim.
He's tough. Tough to handle, isn't he?
They physical him off the line of scrimmage, and he moves them. That gave him 10 yards on that. They actually stretched the chains, and it was a 1st down.
Out to the 48-yard line of the Eagles. Paulus into the ball game, giving Retzlaff a little break here.
And what I'm seeing is Fuller having time.
Yeah, they're picking up the rush here so far. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves in Eagle territory. Play action again. Pass caught right at about the 43-yard line, and then immediately stuck was Rakowski. But he gains, caught 5 on the play, down to the 43-yard line, 2nd and 5. That's always positive.
Just a long handoff. The ball got into Chance Fuller's hands, and he let it go almost immediately.
Now look at the center judge tax. He tried to take 5 yards away there. Now he brings it back to the 43-yard line. Come on, dude.
I don't think he understood there was a completion there. He took it back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line. That's what you always want to say. Pay attention.
2nd and 5. Play action, pass, left side. Rakowski, that ball sailed on Fuller.
Almost think it was tipped.
Could have been because they had a little edge rush there.
It looked like it was tipped and it knuckled on him a little bit. Just too high for Zach Rakowski.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Thunderwolves. 43-yard line of the Eagles, leading it 7-0. 29 seconds to go here, first quarter.
They list Zach at 5'8", 141. I don't know that he's either of those.
3rd and 5 here from the 43 of the Eagles. And they give it to Russell up the middle. Bangs his way forward. He's close to the first down, but he'll be short about a yard. So the Thunderwolves went for it at the 48. You know they're going to go for it here at the 39.
That might be the end of the first quarter. If they don't have to run a play.
They come right up on the line of scrimmage. It'll be interesting to see if they do try to go quick here against the defense they want to see. Now it looks like they're just trying to draw them off. Now they're going to change, and now Phil Veal has his hands up to call it good. That's the end of the first quarter. Thunderwolves face 4th and 1 when we come back. They lead it 7-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Now they snap it to Dvorak. That's an illegal formation by the Thunderwolves, where they didn't get set. It's a false start. They bring Dvorak in motion. That's the old Kansas City Chief play, Joe, where you bring the tight end right behind the center and snap it to him.
Well, and they tried it, but Dvorak made a motion to get under center before he got the ball, and it looked like he was already going forward. So
yeah.
So now you got 4th and 5.
So now you got to punt it, I would think, but we'll see what the Thunderwolves do here.
You know, your defense is playing great, so this is a testament to your defense. But do you try and draw them off? But even if you do, it's going to be 4th and 1.
So it's 4th and 6 at the 44. Fuller in the gun. Looks like the Thunderwolves are trying to draw them off again here. Now they change the play. Let's see if they get what they want. Now Fuller's going to go into a short punt formation. Here's the snap. Gets the punt away. Pooch kick. Inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line. So that's the play to make. I agree with that one.
The referee's like, well, not sure why he didn't call roughing the punter.
Yeah, just because he's the quarterback, he becomes the punter.
Yeah, and
he got lit up. So
we'll have to check that rule.
Yeah, exactly.
It happened right in front of the referee.
Well, our referee that listens to the ball games is Ray Ecker. And we give Ray a shout out once in a while. Ray, if you're listening today, we need to know if you have the quarterback punt the ball away, does he have the same rights as a punter? Is it roughing the punter after he hits it, or is he like the quarterback? Because he got smashed after he punted it away. Ball at the 11-yard line for the Eagles. They hand it off around the right side and getting into the secondary for a gain of about 8. Marshall, a very patient run that time, just running along the line of scrimmage and then cut it up for 8.
The center and the right guard were able to get to the next level and take out a couple of linebackers there, and that was a nice little run design by Chadron. 2nd
down and 2 from the 19-yard line. They pass it out on the right side, caught a little wide receiver screen, getting forward for the first down, out across the 25. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Still a first down for the Eagles.
They run just a little bit of a hurry up every now and then as well. But Pearson doesn't look for the sidelines for the call. It just goes.
Ball on the right hash mark here. Tight formation this time. They're unbalanced to the right with 2 tight ends. Now they split a tight end out to the right. And they fake it in the middle. They go to that tight end on the right side. And he's got it, but he's knocked out of bounds by Seidenberger. That's the big guy, Roe Abercrombie. And he'll gain about 3, maybe 4 on the play. They're going to give him the 28-yard line. So the gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Well, if you're Chadron and you see a linebacker lined up one-on-one with a tight end that's set up as a wideout, you got to throw that ball.
This time they go trips to the left. Do have a tight end in this set. He lines up on the right side of the formation. From the gun, Pearson straight drop back. He looks left, fires it left, and lobs the pass. Caught. Had to get it over the cornerback Pittman. And gets the ball into the hands of Roland George III.
Keith McCaney, that was playing one of the nickelbacks in that, just kept backpedaling. He lost his receiver.
Well, you got to make sure you get enough air on that throw, because if you underthrow it, it's a touchdown the other way. But he got it over the hands of Pittman. 1st and 10 Eagles out to the 42-yard line. 4 wide receivers to the right this time. Do have a tight end in this set. He's on the left side of the formation. The ball is on the left hash. From the empty backfield is Pearson, the quarterback. Looks it over, takes the snap. He's going to run it left side and puts his head down, and he's submarine there. Good stop by Nushi. Gain of a couple out to the 44. It'll be second down and 8.
Linebackers wish quarterbacks would do that. They hope for quarterbacks to do that.
Well, Pearson, he's taken some big shots already in this game.
Yeah, he will feel this game tomorrow. Big, strong kid, though.
Second down and 8 for the Eagles. They trail it 7-0. And they give it to the running back over the middle. Bone hits him, and then he got hit also as well by Caden Shelton, who's into the ball game. Bone put a shot on his hip, kind of slowed him down, and then Shelton stopped him. It's out to the 48-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and 4, rather, for the Eagles, where they spot the ball.
Big down here for Csu-Pueblo's defense. Trying to bail your offense out, failing to get it on 4th down. Well, I guess they didn't really get it on 4th down. They punted the foot.
Well, they had the penalty call. I guess in some respects you could say there was a 4th down failure. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. Straight drop back. They show a blitz off the edge. Pass caught. And short of the first down. But breaking a tackle. Now lunging forward may have it.
Oh, man. They had the ball carrier stopped behind the chains. And missed him.
Roden with the catch, and they do give him the spot for the first down at the 48-yard line of the Thunderbolts. Man, oh man, did Pearson take a shot.
Eli Pittman had the play stopped for a loss. And I was watching the play out in the flat, and you were watching Pearson get destroyed.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Split the tight end out in the slot to the right. He's picked up by Seidenberger out there. Man-to-man coverage. They look up the sideline. And a back shoulder throw caught by that big tight end. That's pretty good strategy right there. Back shoulder throw to that big target. And it's a first down all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Again, a single coverage with a linebacker, an inside linebacker who split wide out. They may be baiting him, though, too.
Spotted back to the 22. 1st and 10 there for the Eagles here. They trail it 7-0, trying to tie the ball game up here on this drive. 2 wideouts left, single wideout in the slot to the right. Marshall, the running back. Bring a man in motion to the left side. They give it up the middle. Nice submarine stop, and there he is, that man again, Daniel Bone, just sacrificing the body. 2-yard loss on the play.
Just such good run support from your safety, but he seeks contact. He wants them to run the football.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. They're going to go trips to the left, single wide out right. Marshall on the right hip of Pearson now adjusts to the left hip. Thunderwolves adjust their defense. They're unbalanced to the right. They want to overpower them that side. Pass out in the flat. Intercepted. Thunderwolves have it. Eli Pittman on the pick. And Pearson threw it right to him. But that's because the Thunderwolves had that pressure, Joe. They lined up 3 on the defensive right side, and Pearson had the happy feet.
He did, and pressure from the outside. Again, they're getting pressure from the edges. At Csu-Pueblo is putting great pressure from the outside, squeezing Pearson a little bit. That time he threw it way too soon and way underthrown.
2nd interception of the year for Eli Pittman. Should have been a timeout here, but they didn't get the media guy out there. He's not paying attention along the sideline, so we'll keep it here. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line for the Thunderwolves. They still lead at 7-0. Double wide out left, single wide out right. That's Retzlaff. Fake it to Martinez. Looking down the middle. Man is open. It's Rakowski, and he has got it! Inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Thunderwolves with the big strike.
They said he had a drought in touchdowns. How's that for Zach Rakowski?
Man, he just ran to the post, and there was no contest there.
Jim, offensive line giving Chance Fuller time to let Rakowski get open.
Well, he's going to keep doing that, Joe. He's going to make it so where you can't not interview him after this game.
I felt bad last week.
Extra point try upcoming here for Willig. He hit the first one fat, but he got it through there. Lyons is the holder. Ball's down, kick is up, and that one's a little better. Right through there. 9:37 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves lead it 14-0. on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
14-0 Thunderwolves. I tell you what, Joe, the Eagles have to be kicking themselves. In a lot of respects, they're holding their own in this ball game, but the turnovers and the big plays killing them.
The turnovers and letting CSU Pueblo go over the top, and talking to some of the CSU Pueblo coaches before the game, mostly Brayley Brown and Josh Atkinson, the quarterback's coach and the receivers coach, I think they kind of had some ideas that they could do formation-wise to free some guys up, and that's proven true.
Yeah, talk about a free runner. Rakowski,
well, and
just a true post pattern.
And go back to that offensive line, this young offensive line. We can't call them freshmen anymore because there's too many games into the season. But Chance Fuller had all day to throw that ball, and Rakowski had to work to get open, and he was open 40 yards down the field before he caught the ball.
And I like the way Fuller kind of led him across
yes.
the field. It's harder to hit a guy when you're going vertical straight down the field. If you kind of get it across the field a little bit, it lets a guy run under it a little bit better.
So if you're out there listening, think about running down the hash marks and then turning toward the goalpost, sort of at that angle, and Fuller put it on the money.
A distant memory now is that first half he had against Western Colorado when he was dinged. Remember when we had no velocity in the ball? We were really worried about him. Boy, he has shown his true arm strength here these last few ball games. Kickoff taken across the 10, 15. Good coverage by the Thunderwolves. They don't get across the 20. Big time hit by the Thunderwolves. Coming in there, blasting him. Noah Purcell. He's one of your favorites, Joe.
Well, we've called Noah Purcell's name a lot this season on special teams because he just makes plays. And that's kickoff coverage for CSU Pueblo coming in was a little dicey. They've shored that up, and I'm surprised that Chadron has not taken a fair catch on a kickoff yet. They're their own worst enemy in field position on kickoffs.
They'll start from their own 17-yard line this time. Pearson, he's taken some shots in this game. Pressure's gotten to him. Forced a couple picks. Here's pressure again. They set up the screen pass, but the Thunderbolts blow it up. Maybe a gain of about a yard on the play, but they ducked underneath all the blockers over on that right side and just screwed that whole play up. Gain of a couple, but maybe a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Timing was off, though.
Well, that was Donnie Dixon right there, Jim. He's the corner on the left side, and as soon as he's read screen, he shed the receiver and made the tackle.
So 2nd down and 9 now for the Eagles.
They were leaning right there.
Going to be the quarterback up the middle, and he is just stuffed there. James Turrington says, "You will go nowhere." Gain of a yard, 3rd down now and 8 for the Eagles.
He just gets up and looks. He doesn't do anything fancy. 6'1", 310. Elk Grove, California.
Franklin, Turrington, all these guys. It's just massive. And then Feeney. And then the most physically imposing guy might be ramming over on the edge.
Well, I saw
tradition of defensive front for the Thunderwolves.
Dominic Feeney warming up was without a shirt. I thought he was a professional wrestler.
3rd and 8. Here comes pressure off the edge. They blast him. They got him sacked back at the 10-yard line.
Guess who?
Makia Scipio.
Jimmy came untouched from the blind side of Pearson. So you're thinking the tackle from Chadron must not have seen him. That was from the blind side. But it would be the right tackle because Pearson's left-handed.
Back at the 11-yard line. It'll be 4th down now and 16. This is fun.
It is so far. I'm not saying anything yet because we have a lot of game to go, but yes, so far it's been great.
Eisenbrom's punt away. Cook tries to run up under it, has it at the 49, makes the first man miss, but can't make the second man miss. He's taken down at the 47-yard line. But still, Cook, well schooled there. He ran up underneath that, Joe. If he doesn't get there, that ball bounces. It might be still rolling.
Well, we've seen a 75-yard punt this year that went 30 yards in the air and rolled 45.
So the Thunderwolves will take over at the 48-yard line. We should be getting a media timeout here, but
he's on his phone.
He's not paying attention down here.
Nope.
So we'll stay here. We don't want to get caught.
And I like Keon Martinez at tailback here because who's ever at tailback has to make one guy miss early. And that's a Keon Martinez specialty.
Retzlaff and Rakowski wide to the right. Cook is wide to the left. Dvorak is in on this set. He's on the left side. Fuller takes a snap. Little three-step drop over the middle to Dvorak. He's got the catch. And then he is kind of body slammed at the 45-yard line. Kind of gave him the business there after a gain of 3.
Just a 4-yard gain, but it's long handoff. Poked that middle of that defense a little bit.
2nd down and 7. Straight drop back. They look left. Caught again by Dvorak. Puts his head down. He's right at the sticks. That was a good stick there by the Chadron State linebacker flying over there, making the stop, Xavier Harrell.
Now, if they throw it to him one more time, that's going to be the Dvorak package.
Mark him a yard short, 3rd and 1 from the 39-yard line. They give it to Martinez, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage there. I did not like that play call action there, Joe. A little too much side to side instead of straight ahead, and they lose a yard.
Yeah, he's going to be 4th and a foot, 4th and a yard now.
And they do give him a little extra forward progress there. They need the 38-yard line. The ball is marked outside the 39, so about a yard and a half to go here.
See, now this is where I would punt because you're up 14-0. Make him go the distance. Play clock down to 15.
Martinez remains in the game on the left hip. Let's see if they run some play action here.
Yeah,
And now Thunderbolt's going to take a timeout. Phil Veal didn't like the play call, didn't like the set, takes the timeout. 6:14 to go here. First half, Thunderwolves lead at 14-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
All right, Joe, fake punt anyone? Let's see. Sullivan Moon's in to punt it away here. Kind of a different looking formation here by the pack, but Moon will punt it away, angles it toward the right sideline. Hits at the 10, takes a Thunderwolves bounce, and it's down right at the 1-yard line. Great special teams play there by the Thunderwolves coming up with it. I think it was Musa Al-Safar that got it.
That's a tailback special teamer. Has a touch. That ball's inside the 1-yard line. That's exactly what you do up 14.
So Joe, Phil Vigil, we should cut up these things where we agree with him like that.
We'll recommend that you punt it because you're up 14. There's only 6 minutes to go in the first half. You're on the road. You don't need to give them any life. And look at that. They don't have 99 yards to go, Jim. They have 99 yards and 2 feet.
Yeah, it's 99.67.
The ball is literally...
the back nose is sitting on the goal line.
You want good push right here.
And they operate from the gun, which is always dangerous. This spot on the field, they fake the handoff. They're looking up the left sideline. They run the wheel route, and it is caught up the sideline across the 35, across the 40, 45-yard line. Flag is down. I think he was out of bounds, Joe, because the referee's cap is off.
Yeah, I think he went out on, and he can't be the first person to touch it when he comes back in.
So this play will not count.
Two officials have their hats off. So, and you can't be the first one to touch it.
So you can't talk each other out of it, can you?
Well, they both have their hats off. Where'd you lose your lid? Where'd you lose your lid? They're like,
this play cannot stand. And
now they're saying there's no foul on the play. They talked each other out of that, saying he pushed out. I don't know if I believe that, but what are you going to do? And that's, hey, give Chadron State credit for taking a shot from your own end zone, but, dang it, you have them pinned back and you give up a play that's 45 yards.
And it's 1st and 10 Eagles at their own 45-yard line. So Pearson in the gun, Marshall on his left hip. They adjust the tight end out wide to the left. You give it up the middle, and not much there. Thunderbolts defense tightening up on the inside. And I think that's McMorrow on the tackle for the Thunderbolts. Darius, junior out of Pago, Samoa. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now for the Eagles. 14-0. Thunderbolts with the lead. 5:20 to go here in the first half. Trips to the left this time. Single wide out right. Ball just inside the left hash mark. Thunderbolts jump, but they didn't get into the neutral zone, so now they change the play calls. They look over toward the sideline. Thunderbolts in press coverage all across the board here. Now they drop out of it a little bit, and they give the ball up the middle, and a gain into Thunderbolts territory down to the 47. Going to be 2 yards short of the first down. Pretty good push that time by Marshall.
Yeah, this RPO, this run pass option Pearson's running, he's letting go at the last possible second, and that one took everybody by surprise.
So 3rd down now and 2.
I love the 5 defensive linemen coming in, the linebackers, the substitutions that they're using. Coach Foskey keeping guys fresh. Everybody up on line of scrimmage. You just hope you don't get hit for a big one.
Empty backfield. They have jet sweep action. They do hand it off around the right side, and he is run out of bounds, but he's got the first down. He is able to get to the edge somehow there. Looked like the Thunderbolts had it pretty well snuffed out.
I almost think they blew contain out there, Jim. They were all coming up their lanes, and they all veered in, and he just bounced around them.
Gets to the 41-yard line, which is enough for the first down. So Chadron State trying to construct a 99-yard drive here.
Yeah, maybe they should have went for it on 4th.
Yeah, now that we look back upon it.
99.5 yards, no problem.
I still need an explanation why you can call cheating and then both talk yourself out of it.
Well, it happened on the sidelines.
Here's the pass on pressure and incomplete. Big hit there. Now we got an injury for the Thunderbolts.
I think he's okay.
Turrington might have spun an ankle here.
I think he's okay. Get up. He's okay. Look at him.
Yeah. Yep. There he goes. I'm all right now.
I'm all right.
Trying to power through. I think he's got to come out of the game, and they will get him out of there. He's the one that got the pressure that time on Pearson.
Pearson got up and was like, man, that kid's big.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball in the right hash mark. Trips to the left, single wide out right. Marshall the lone back, and now they change the play calls. They look over to the sideline. They got 2 backup quarterbacks, and they got a coach in a big orange Hunters shirt signaling the plays in. Quarterback draw, and big collision, but fighting forward. Got to give credit there to Pearson, the quarterback. Flag is down, though. Could be a hold here on Chadron State. That might be why he had a opening.
Well, Cody Ramming got tackled. Yeah, number 71 for Chadron State, D'Anthony Smith. He's just a sophomore, but he hog-tied Cody Ramming.
That marks it back to the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
That is a big sophomore. 6'4", 280 out of Casper.
So now it's 2nd and 20. That's a tough nut to crack here for Chadron State.
Yeah, we said that when they were on the
first and 99 was a tough nut.
I like the pressure CSU Pueblo's getting
on
Pearson. He's making him very uncomfortable back there.
He's still flexing that right leg. You notice that, Joe, a little bit?
Yeah, he did.
2nd and 20. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. Kind of dots the eye of this wide receiver screen look, and the Thunderbolts have shut it down.
Great job by Eli Pittman. He had the far back, the farthest, deepest, I should say, receiver shed him and made the tackle from behind.
Yeah, Thomas was the receiver that adjusted his motion, and then when I say dot the eye, the 3 wide receivers were just in a line over here on the left side setting up the blocks, but they only gain a yard on the play. 3rd and 19. Thunderbolts showing blitz off the edge. Nushi was creeping up. Now they changed the play call.
He's wondering, do I still go? But he can't really now.
Yeah, now he's looking at the man in the slot, isn't he?
But he's
now
going.
He does come. And they set up the screen, and it's deflected. I think Scipio might have got a hand on that one.
I believe so, Jim. I think he got his fingertips on that. And Tommy Thomas, the intended receiver, couldn't handle the knuckleball.
So now 4th and 19. If he does grab that, I think the Thunderbolts did have enough personnel over there to probably get him on the ground after a gain of 5 or 6, but you never know in that situation. Give all the credit there to Scipio.
We've called his name a lot, Jim.
He's made his presence felt so far, hasn't he? Punt formation here. Cook stands at his own 10 here to receive the punt by Brody Eisenbraun. Kick is away. High kick. Fair catch signaled for by Cook. He takes it at the 12. And that's where the Thunderbolts will take over with 2:32 to go here in the quarter. We're still awaiting a media timeout at the OS, but I think they're just saying, you know what, we don't honor the media timeout here in Chadron, Nebraska. So we'll make them up at some point down the line.
There's a dance tonight, Jim.
Could be the deal.
Love this first half for the Thunderwolves, though. Been able to dictate offensively, and they are playing aggressive, smart, fundamental defense. Except for 2 plays, the defense has been outstanding this first half.
Kowski and Cook wide to the left. Retzloff to the right. Martinez the back. on the right hip of Fuller. Straight drop back by Fuller. And middle screen set up, flag down on the Thunderbolts. Going to be a hold here. Martinez has it. He's out to the 19-yard line. But Thunderbolts guilty of a hold here in the middle of the field. Here's the call.
I think they called Tom Brock on that. 6'3", 263 yards.
So marks it back.
263 yards. Pounds. Not yards, pounds.
Back to the 7-yard line. So it'll set up first down now and 16. It was half the distance to the goal. 2:25 to go here in the half. And Chadron's offside. Free play. Up the left sideline. Back shoulder throw. Caught by Cook. And he is up the sideline to the 30-yard line. So on the free play there, Fuller able to take the shot. Back shoulder throw to Cook, and they get out of the shadow of their own goalposts.
How great is it to have a fifth-year senior quarterback knowing that you get a free play? You know, there's a decent crowd here today in Chadron, and Csu-Pueblo has pretty much taken them out of
the game. They are quieted, that's for sure. So first and 10 Thunderbolts out to the 28-yard line. 2:13 to go in the half. Play action. Fuller steps up in the pocket. He's going to run it. He's across the 35, slides his way. He's got the first down, depending on where he started this. Oh, man, they take 3 yards away from him.
See, that's not right.
I thought he started the slide right at the sticks, and they mark him all the way back to the 36-yard line. So it's only a gain of 8, second down and 2. Fuller looks left, fires left, caught Martinez. He's got the first down, gets out of bounds, and then he's clobbered out of bounds. And the coaching staff wondering, where's the flag there? He was in the white paint when he got tackled. But as again, we always say, Joe, know your geography.
You know, these officials are very Mount Rushmore-esque. They just kind of
stiff.
They're reluctant to move.
Ball at the 42-yard line. First and 10 Thunderwolves. Minute 46 to go here, leading it 14-0. Fuller now drifting in the pocket. Goes left, ball's deflected. Boy, that was dangerous.
Well, and they're going to call, there's a penalty, but the ball was tipped.
Yeah, you can't have interference when the ball's deflected.
So, unless it's a hold, but I don't think it's going to matter because the ball was deflected. Jim, I think Csu-Pueblo, they've gone away from the run so much now that Chadron hasn't had to play for it.
Yep. Before the pass,
yes.
Holding on the Eagles. So that's a 10-yard penalty in college football. Remember, it's only 5 in the pros. So that puts it into Eagle territory to the 48-yard line. A minute 40 to go here. First and 10 Thunderwolves in Eagle territory, leading it 14-0. Trying to get one more on the board here. And remember, the Thunderwolves get the ball first to start the second half, so you could turn the old daily double, the old Peyton Manning trick here. Bring Dvorak in motion across the formation to the left. Resets. Fake it into the middle of the line. Pressure off the edge. That's got to be hold. Ball is knocked away. That's loose. And the Thunderwolves trying to get on top of it.
They're calling it incomplete pass. The referee called
that's a break for the Thunderwolves.
Jim, what did I just say? They need to run the ball. That play action is not faking anyone out. You have to. They've abandoned the run completely. Referee right away, though, called incomplete pass.
Oh, that's a huge break for the Thunderwolves. I thought it was a fumble myself.
Nope. I mean, he was emphatic, and he did it immediately.
So it'll be second and 10 from the 48-yard line.
But the Chadron defensive front now is free run because they don't have to worry about the run.
Thunderwolves do have 2 timeouts left here to work with. There's a minute 33 to go in the half. Double wide out to each side. They're in a stack formation. Fuller
come again.
Over the middle, ball deflected again.
Because they don't run the ball.
Getting a great push up the middle. Might have been a good time there to pop a little quick hitter up the middle. Beat that defense, especially the way they were twisting that time. The middle of the field was open. 3rd and 10 now for the Thunderwolves. Now the fans do come to life here. They've been quiet this first half, but they've got a chance to feel like they can make a difference here if they can rally their defense to get a stop here late in the first half.
Well, they have the 3-3-3 defense. See how many they send. They send 6.
Pass in the flat, caught by Cook. Try to make a man miss, but he doesn't, and he's taken down at the 45-yard line. Now, what the Thunderbolts should do is get right up on the line of scrimmage, act like they're going to run a play, and just watch the time run. But now Chadron outsmarts them there. They're going to take a timeout. So timeout taken by the Eagles. We're going to get one out of the way here. 14-0 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Show your Thunderwolf pride with gear from the Csu-Pueblo bookstore, your official supplier of Thunderwolf apparel.
This is actually an extra one, so the first one at half will just be a 2 instead of a 3.
Okay,
Flags,
cool.
Water bottles, and tailgating.
I'll just make this one a 1.
Pueblo bookstore and the Oceano Student Center at the Thunderbolt or online at csupstore.com. Make your purchase count. All profits stay on campus to support university programs and CSU Pueblo athletics. Go Pack!
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, they made a little adjustment to the clock here. They've added 3 seconds, so 1:19 to go. Thunderwolves in punt formation here. Chadron does have 2 timeouts left, trailing 14-0. See if Moon can pin him deep. We met his dad before the ball game out in the parking lot. Good snap. Here's the punt. Angles it toward the right sideline. Hits at the 15, inside the 5, and watch where your feet are there. Ball down again, right at the 1-yard line. Musa Alsafar, he knows how to work that play.
He's 2 for 2 on punt coverage at the 1-yard line or better.
So now the Thunderwolves on defense, they have 2 timeouts left. Chadron State with 2. Chadron State just got to be able to get in the locker room. That's what they're thinking here. They're going to run it 3 times, make the Thunderwolves use their timeouts, take it down to about 30 seconds. I think that's what you got to do here.
So this might be tush push just to get him out of the end zone. Big, thick quarterback. But if you stop him, you call a timeout right away.
Well, when the Thunderwolves got burned, they were kind of in press coverage on that last time it was 1st and 99. Now they're still up pretty good on the wide receiver. Tried to draw him offside there as Pearson kept under center that time. Now he is going to run it up under center. Takes the snap. They run it up the middle. Boy, the Thunderwolves close to getting a safety there. He barely got out of the end zone.
They need to call timeout. CSU Pueblo.
And he is marked at the 1.
But they don't, Jim.
Now they do. Now they do take the timeout. But they let about 5-6 seconds run off there before they finally thought about it. So timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. 56 seconds to go in the half. Thunderwolves on top 14-0. Thunderwolves, you feel like they're in complete control, Joe, but they're not complete control. They're just in control right now.
One more score would make me feel a whole lot better than I do right now. I did not like that last offensive series. They had a great chance. Cookie makes that great play, gets them out pinned deep, and then they go play action 10 straight plays. And after a while, Chadron knows we don't have to worry about the run. The play action, we don't have to fight on it.
Yeah, play action only works if there's a threat of a run.
Yeah, and so they all that great job the offensive line was doing prior to that, they were having to block 6 guys instead of 3.
So the Eagles here.
You know what I like about Phil Vigil, though, Jim? Is when we talk to him Thursday about that, he'll admit that.
Yeah.
He'll say we fell in love with the play action and didn't use the run much, and he'll tell us that.
Yeah, he does analyze himself pretty good, doesn't he? Puts himself on the couch. 2nd and 10 from the 1. Play action. Nope, they do give it up the middle. And breaking a tackle across the 5, and he's got the first down and more up the sideline out to the 15-yard line. Boy, great job of carrying out the fakes there by Pearson. I was watching him thinking, man, he still got the ball back there, but he had given it. And it was a late developing run play as well. Was Marshall able to escape right at the point of attack.
Yeah, that was a really, really good run and very, very poor tackling.
So now they wind the clock. We're down to 45 seconds to go. We'll see how Chadron plays it now. I think they still got to run. Oh, they're going to run a little safe pass out in the flat. Caught. That was kind of a dangerous pass. Seidenberger was lurking right there. They get the pass complete to the tight end for about 8 yards, and now Chadron will take a timeout with 36 seconds to go. Boy, he threaded the needle there when you watch the replay. That's a dangerous pass.
You know what the prevent defense prevents you from?
Winning.
Yeah, just go get this guy.
So we're down now to 36 seconds to go. Ball's at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
But how about this Thunderwolves defense in this first half, though? Give
Very
up a
good.
couple of big plays. That's going to happen, especially on the road.
Yeah.
But boy, they tighten up when they need to, don't they?
They do. Taking a look around the country, Air Force is going to get that leg up on the Commanders-in-Chief trophy. They lead 17-0. About a minute to go now. Back there in Annapolis.
Down goes Navy.
Playing at Marine Corps Memorial Stadium today. Back in Annapolis, Maryland. Air Force wearing some funky silver helmets today. I'm a traditionalist, Joe, so I don't like all the uniform. I like to see Air Force with the
I love
lightning
Air
bolts.
Force football every game of the year but one.
Against CSU Rammies.
That's right.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25-yard line. Trips to the left, single wide out right. And they give the ball up the middle, and it goes nowhere. That's the backup running back, Jaden Cox. They tried to split the defense there.
I think both teams are content to just call this good. That was a weird time to take a timeout and just run a play like that.
Yeah, I think Jay Long was just hoping maybe they got the backup back through there, maybe get a big run up the sideline or something, then start to work on it. But now time is going to run out. We're down to 10 seconds to go. Ticking away, and that will do it. So all in all, pretty good solid half for the Thunderwolves. They'll take a 14-0 lead into the locker room. Back with our halftime show. It comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. The things Joe and I have to work on during breaks there. We just watched Navy go for 2 when it didn't mean a thing. What does a 2-point conversion do you, Joe, when you're down 17-6?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. What's the point spread today?
Exactly.
10.5.
Exactly. Don't tell me they don't look at that.
And so now Navy didn't cover. I took Navy to cover. And so now they're down 11, and now they got to. Oh my gosh! Oh well, that'll drive you nuts. That's the if you got the disease of gambling. But I don't have any money. This is in our little pick'em pool, so I don't have any money out on the.
But just tell me how good our handicappers when they know.
Yeah, when they know that.
It's
when
10
they
and a
know
half.
that going in. Exactly right. That is just nuts.
Crazy.
Ohio State leads 13-6 midway through the fourth quarter. I don't remember the spread on that one. Oh, well. Here, Thunderwolves on top 14-0 at halftime. And then Joe and I also talking. Thunderwolves up 14-0, but you look back on the first half, they had a 4th down where they didn't convert. They had another 4th down where they tried to run the trick play with Dvorak under center, got the penalty, so they had to punt it away there. And then they're late in the first half when they were right in the middle field, looked like they were in position to get some points, basically 3 and out after that. So it is 14-0, but Chadron State still in the ball game.
Yeah, it feels like a 3-0 game right now.
Yeah,
I mean, you
2
feel
big plays by the Pack.
You feel very comfortable about where you're at score-wise, but give both teams defenses credit because they kind of stiffened when they had to. Give Chadron State credit; they were on their own 1 foot line, and were able to get some breathing room on a big play. Give Chance Fuller credit for going over the top and hitting 2 huge plays. Rakowski and Reggie Ratzoff have giant touchdown catch receptions in this game. But, if I'm picking a player of the first half, to me it's Makia Scipio for just wreaking havoc from CSU Pueblo's defense. They're making Preston Pearson uncomfortable at quarterback, and that's what you need to do.
And plus, when we're talking during the break, we qualify. Chadron State's better ball club than they played the last couple of weeks when they were just scoring at will on every possession, or 8 out of 11 possessions. Chadron's a good defense. It's a good outfit.
Exactly, and they're big, and they're strong, and they're physical, and they play that 3-3 defense where you don't know which linebackers come and when. But when you go away from the play-action pass, when all you do is run play action but don't ever run it, then all 6 of those guys are coming, not 4 or not 3, but all 6. So now you got more guys to block than you've got in to block.
So we'll see how the Thunderwolves adjust. They do get the ball first to start the second half, and I think that'll be job number 1, establish a little bit more run. Either that or just go over the top of them again and hit a bomb.
Well, I think that Braley Brown, the offensive coordinator for Csu-Pueblo, I think if he gets either Reggie or Cookie or Rakowski in single coverage,
then he does.
That's the shot he's going to take. But I think that they ran the ball exactly twice in the second quarter. Two of their plays were run plays. That was it. And you can't win play action. You can't play play action football if you don't have to worry about the run.
All right, elsewhere in the RMAC today, a little bit of surprise early. It is early. We qualify that, and it was a 1 o'clock start, so they're just underway. But Black Hill State scored on their first possession. They lead Mines 7-0.
How about that?
But we've seen Mines before where they spotted a team 7 and win 59-7
at the
exactly. South Dakota Mines leads Fort Lewis 33-3. That also, as we mentioned, we got about 3 games here in about a 3-hour radius.
That
right
one I think will
area.
stay that way.
Yeah, and Western Colorado and Highlands just underway. Mesa also just underway with Adams State. Here it's 14-0 Thunderwolves. We're at halftime here at Don Beebe Stadium. More of our halftime show comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
14-0 Thunderwolves here. 2 big plays in that first half by the Pack. It was the 82-yard strike officially to Retzlaff up the right sideline. A little stop-and-go move, double move that Joe described it. And Retzlaff, the yards after catch, he caught it about 30 yards up the field and then ran 50 on into the end
They gave
zone.
him 72 yards after catch.
Wow. And because it was kind of a quick hitter over the top of him. And then Rakowski was just a straight post pattern up the middle of the field, 77 yards. So there are the Thunderwolves with 159 yards of their 249 yards took place on 2 plays. Other than that, I guess Chadron State can say, well, we kind of controlled them. And really, truthfully, we knew that it is the way it is, and we knew going into the ballgame, Chadron State very good against the run on a national basis.
But I think in that first quarter,
but when the Thunderwolves were going good, they were running a little
and
bit.
they were getting 5 yards on first down or 4 yards, and you have to do that to keep that defense at bay. And they did it early, and then they went away from it. So when you think about those 2 big hitters, okay, did the play action run set those up because you had to keep a guy in the middle instead of letting all 6 guys rush the chance forward? He had time on both of those throws, and then as the half progressed, he didn't.
Yeah, it's like the boa constrictor defense on it. We'll see how the Thunderwolves adjust here on that first possession of the second half. On the other side of the ball, Thunderwolves defense just doing great work. I mean, they're causing all kinds of – the pressure has gotten to the quarterback, Pearson. On both the picks, it was because of the pressure.
And whenever they go heavy, or not heavy, but whenever they stack the side of the field, they leave Daniel Bone on the light side, and he either has free reign to rush or play the run, and he has 11 first-half tackles.
All right, it is halftime. We'll have the numbers for you when we come back after this break. Thunderwolves lead at 14-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. 14-0 here. Halftime, Thunderwolves on top of Chadron State. First half numbers look this way. First down, Chadron State with 14, Thunderwolves with 8. Eagles 64 on the ground, 161 through the air, 225 yards total offense. Thunderwolves 24 on the ground, 249 through the air, 273 yards in total offense. Time of possession stacked heavily toward Chadron State, 20-11 to 9:49. Third downs today, Thunderwolves 2 of 6, Chadron State 3 of 7. Thunderwolves on fourth down, 0 for 1. Individuals, Martinez 4 carries, 11 yards. Fuller had the 1 carry for 8. Russell 3 for 4. Marshall 13 for 63. Pearson, the quarterback, they expected some big things out of him running the football today. Remember, he's been sacked. 8 carries for a net -2 because he's been sacked, and there was a big loss on his sack in this game. Fuller, 13 of 17, 2 touchdowns, 249 yards. Pearson, 14 of 21, the 2 big picks, 161 yards, was sacked. Retzlaff, 3 for 109 and the touchdown. Cook, 3 for 33. Rakowski, 2 for 82 in the touchdown. Martinez, 2 for 13. Thomas, 4 for 68. Abercrombie, 3 for 40. Roden, 2 for 19. George, the third, 2 for 19, receiving for the Eagles. Individual numbers, Daniel Bone, 11 tackles in the first half. Nushi was 6, Seidenberger 5, Scipio with 4. For Chadron State, Guile with 7, O'Brien and Harrell with 4 each, Roden with 2. It's halftime here, 14-0 Thunderwolves. Back with the second half. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. About a minute away here from the second half getting underway. Thunderwolves do get the ball first to start the second half. Elsewhere around the RMAC, Black Hills still on top of Mines. They are at the end of the first quarter. It's 10-7. Black Hills State with the lead. They did have a 10-0 lead briefly before Matoka with a 23-yard pass for the touchdown, extra point good. So we'll keep an eye on that one the rest of the afternoon while we're here. An hour later start than our ball game here. Other games around the conference. South Dakota Mines leads Fort Lewis 34-3. Mesa, an early touchdown against Adams State. They lead at 7-0. Highlands and Western Colorado, no report yet from that game. It was a 1 o'clock start as well. Air Force, let's make sure they've completed the victory. Yep, 17-6. They don't cover. Baylor over Cincinnati 32-29. They're in victory formation, so they're going to win that ball game. Boston College over Georgia Tech 38-23. Memphis over U. I don't even have the ranked games up. I should change that. Ohio State now comfortably on top of Penn State 20-6. 3:18 to go in the fourth quarter of that ball game. Probably the game of the day as far as top 25 go in NCAA FCS or FBS competition. FBS. I can't keep Division I. It used to be there, Joe.
Yeah, the big guys and then not the big guys.
Yeah, exactly. Oklahoma has bounced back. They lead Central Florida 31-23. They're late in that game, but Central Florida with the ball. And they're 4th and 10 right now at the Oklahoma 12. So they need a touchdown on 4th down and a 2-point conversion to send that ball game into overtime. Minnesota and Iowa getting set to do battle. It's always fun to watch a game in Iowa. Here's the kickoff. And fair catch signal for, and Ossivar takes it at the goal line, so the Thunderwolves will take it at the 25-yard line. Musa been kind of a special teams wizard here today in this game.
You know, he has a touchdown this year at tailback, and when on that touchdown, we saw some breakaway speed. So him returning kicks might not be a bad call.
He's a fun guy to watch. Redshirt freshman out of that our favorite high school, I think, up in the Denver area, Grandview.
The pipeline.
That pipeline to CSU Pueblo in all sports.
Grandview, Pine Creek, Cherry Creek.
1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. They start from their own 25-yard line. Martinez on the right hip. He goes in motion, so it won't be a running play. Pass up the sideline. Retzlaff too tall. It's out of bounds. Incomplete. He was open, but the pass just sailed high that time, and Retzlaff had to go up in the air. He caught it, but he was shoved out of bounds before he could get the foot down. So 2nd and 10. Dvorak's in the ballgame. He's wide to the left. He lines up in front of Cook. Retzlaff and Rakowski to the right. They pass it left side to Cook. He makes the grab, tries to get up the sideline. He's taken down after a gain of 6 out to the 31-yard line. Well, that's the reason you have Dvorak out there to block for him.
Road grader.
Then you hope Cook can make the stop. We get the umpire tax here. They mark it back to the 30, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
It came out throwing.
Gravano in the ball game. He lines up wide to the left with Cook. Rakowski and Retzlaff to the right. Kind of a tight formation here. Cook in motion across to the right side. Fuller dancing around, looking for someone. Gets it to Rakowski. Turns and gets the first down up the sideline. What a spin move that time by Rakowski to get forward for the first down.
140 pounds of speed and shiftiness. Fuller did a good job of making his own way that time. He had no time and bought himself some time.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They give it to Martinez, and he is hit up high.
I know you could tackle by the helmet.
Now we got a flag down over on the far sideline. Personal foul, face mask against Chadron State. Now the officials are going to talk this over, I think. Are they sure it's a face mask? I thought he just got him around the back of the headgear, but I don't think you can do that either.
No, you can't. One guy saw it.
Jay Long not happy with the call. He just kind of waved it. You know how you just wave your hands on an official? Get out of here. And they didn't put the replay up on the board, so I'm not sure. Or on our trouble is this monitor is behind us, so by the time you remember to look, replay's over. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Thunderwolves in Eagle territory here. 2 backs this time. They fake it to Martinez. And pressure, get the pass up the middle of the field to Retzlaff. He's got it! Touchdown! Retzlaff again over the top. Give all the credit to Fuller hanging in there, Joe. He was hit just as he threw the ball and still got enough on it to get it into the end zone. Here's another look.
That ball couldn't have been thrown any more perfect. Jim, when you need exactly a certain amount, this was like baking. They cooked up a touchdown right there because it was the exact ingredient, was the exact amount of yards needed for that pass. I thought it was going to be underthrown.
Yeah, it's amazing he got that much on it, taking the shot he did. So extra point try here by Willig. Ball's down, kick is up. It is good. 13:44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thunderwolves lead at 21-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
What a strike by the pack. We'll have more on that after this kickoff. Lions into it.
Better
angles it, and this time he gets into the end zone, out the back of the end zone. So that was out to the 25 here. They got some extracurricular out on the field, but they wave it off.
That was some adrenaline for everyone.
Well, Joe Fuller was under some pressure, under duress that time. I thought the Thunderwolves might have got away with a hold on the left tackle that time, but they haven't called much holding today in this game. But Fuller knew he was going to get hit, but he said, you know what, I'm going to get hit anyway. I might as well throw a strike.
Well, he kind of bounced out just a little bit and then stepped into the throw, and the ball, to me, looked like it was going to be underthrown because he was under pressure, and it had literally the exact amount of yardage needed to land in Reggie Retzlaff's hands.
So all 3 of his touchdown strikes today have been within a millimeter of where they had to be, crazy. Handoff up the middle to Marshall. He gets forward out to the 30-yard line. You see guys playing on Sunday that don't throw it that accurate on the long ball.
And it wasn't a floater. It had some zip to it, even though it was so far down the field.
Yeah, you think of a punt when it turns over. It looked like a pass that turned over right on the hand. And Retzlaff, he is amazing. 2nd and 5. Again, they hand it off up the middle, and Thunderwolves stuff it, and it's my favorite man, James Turrington, just running him backwards, and then wanted to throw him down, but finally let go of him. He wrestled him back 10 yards. Well, we are up here in rodeo country.
I'm going to go way back in the CSU Pueblo annals. That was a Tony Campton.
Exactly.
Tony Campton was built
refrigerator.
He was built like a refrigerator with arms. And you couldn't run on him, because he was so strong and he was just so stout. I'm going back to Tony, and if I'm calling you Tony, if I'm comparing you to Tony Campton, that's the height of compliment.
That is a good thing. 3rd and 4 here. They did give him a yard there, sympathy yard. He goes in motion to the left side. They look left. Here comes pressure. They've got him squeezed down, and they sack him. And coming off the right side for the Thunderwolves that time, Noah Purcell, quietly having a very good year for the Thunderwolves.
The officials did a good job of telling Noah to do not taunt, because he was standing over Pearson, who is down on the turf still.
Remember his leg? He's been limping the whole ball game a bit. And I think they finally got him. They might have him out of the game now.
And Phil Vigil is talking to Noah Purcell saying,
easy, fella.
You can't taunt. Phil's going to go check on.
I think he wants to go out and say, hey, man, I'm sorry my player did that. He's showing some compassion here. He might want to tell also, hey, Jay Long, hey, man, I'm sorry about my guy. And he gives him a pat on the stomach, does Phil Vigil. He knows what a warrior this guy, because he's played the position. You know, that's one thing about it. Phil Vigil can commiserate with quarterbacks.
Yeah, and the center judge just told Phil, you know, hey, thanks for coming out. We talked to your kid. We saw you talk to your kid. Now, Pearson,
that goes a long way.
Hey, and look at Pearson, though. I mean,
this
kid he's gotten his ass kicked today, and he's played hard.
And he's going to limp off the field, or favoring looks like the left leg this time. In the first half, it was the right leg.
But he, like you said, he's had a leg issue pretty much from the middle of the second quarter on.
So it'll be punt formation here. Well, the Thunder was it was like a vice that time, Joe. He had no escape route. They just squeezed him down and just snuffed out the fire.
Now this punter for Chadron, Brody Eisenbraun, he's not had a good day, and he still doesn't have a good day.
Cook takes it at the 38, but good coverage there. They avoided that first block, and they get him down at the 38, so no return yards there. But one of the reasons you're not getting any return yards is the punt's only going about 30 yards up the field, 35 yards.
You know, Brody Eisenbraun, the punter, he's from Sturgis. All I think about Sturgis is like Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing Biker Fest.
I remember going to Sturgis. I bought one of those great biker T-shirts, and I came back. I was all proud of it. And somebody said, what are you wearing? You're not a biker. No. You're not part of the Klan.
No,
I go, well, the Klan of bikers. I shouldn't say that. Let me qualify that. I'm not in the biker genre. Yeah. So you don't have the right to wear that. Pass left side. Nice move by Russell. He's got those dancing shoes on still, Joe.
He is fleet of foot, Howard Russell. That was kind of a wheel route, like a mini wheel route. Let's call it the unicycle. But the linebacker didn't bite.
He's put the excitement back in 4-yard gains, hasn't he?
Well, you just never know. He's got nimble feet.
2nd down and 6. And again, Russell, and that's a nice move. Puts his head down. He's got the first down out toward midfield. He is fun to watch.
Did you see powerful. Did you see how he got handed the ball, though? Fuller, that's a run-pass option, it's an RPO, and he used his left hand to kind of drag Russell ahead and gave it to him at the last second, and the defensive end had already crashed down.
Puts it out at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves.
Just on the back hip of Tyler Etheridge, who is massive.
Dvorak in motion toward the formation. Here the pass out in the flat, caught by Cook.
They'll take that every time, just a 9-yard stop route. He turned
and they are going to give him the old fudge it forward, keep the line moving. It's the first down to the 40. He nowhere came close to the yard to make, but they move it forward a half yard to keep it moving.
Do we call that a tax refund?
Yeah, it's not the umpire tax. That is a dividend.
That is a tax refund.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Eagles. They hand it up the middle. Again, Russell powers his way down to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. Thunderwolves lead the ball game 21-0. All 3 of their touchdowns on monumental strikes from Fuller. 2nd down and 5. The bomb is back in vogue.
And you know who's loving this? Braley Brown, the offensive coordinator for Csu-Pueblo. Nobody wants to go deep more than Braley Brown, and he's letting his guys play.
Dvorak in motion toward the formation, now resets. And they give it to Russell up the middle. Dances in the hole, gets forward for about 2, maybe 3. Wasn't much there. He made something out of nothing there. Going to give him the 32, so it's going to set up 3rd down and 2 here for the Thunderwolves.
You know what I love about that play right there? That was just a 4-yard gain, but all 3 receivers they took their routes deep all the way. They didn't stop because they knew it was a run. They were all down near the goal line, and that's 30 yards away.
And they know if Russell breaks a tackle, then they've got their guy pretty much taken out of the play if that happens. Russell comes out of the game, though. They're kind of, I don't know if he's hurt his shoulder or he's kind of favoring over there on the sideline. So Martinez back in. He gets the carry. He's got the 1st down and more. He's across the 25, cuts inside the 20, stays on his feet, gets a block, inside the 10, inside the 5 to the pylon. Touchdown, Keon Martinez, what a run. Flag comes in late. Going to be a personal foul of some kind here. But what a run by Martinez. Here's a look at it again, Joe, on the Jumbotron.
That is spinorama by Keon Martinez, 32 yards to the house. He gets hit and he turns like a pinball and then just takes it to the pylon.
I think it's going to be a late hit on Chadron State after he crossed the goal line. That's the way it looked like on the replay there. He got lit up after he was into the end zone. What a run. Well, I guess they missed the personal when he got lit up.
Well, he might have got up and taunted. You never know.
But he still got blasted out of bounds and after he'd scored. Come on.
I think he'll take the 15 on that one, though.
Oh, well. Okay. Bite your tongue, Jim. Bite your tongue.
That's all they could do on that play, Jim, the officials.
And Willigan to try the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it is good. We got 9:09 to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves lead it 28-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back. Joe had an interesting kick there.
Yeah, Jacob Willing perfect on point after touchdowns this year. If you're going to the west at this Don Beebe Field, kick it into the field house. Well, he put that one on the roof of the field house. That's how much of the lift he got on the extra point.
And the roof there, it's almost as high as the uprights are. So that kind of gives you some idea. The flagpole, the scoreboard to our left also.
Reminds me of our good friend Dean Faithful, the kicker from England who had a year or so with CSU Pueblo. I think he put 4 up there one year.
Is he still around? He kind of coached for a couple years afterwards, coaching kickers.
I think he got on with someplace.
It's good.
Now, Evan Lyons is going to have to kick off from the 20 here, give Chadron good field position because of the personal foul or the unsportsmanlike for CSU Pueblo following the touchdown. So Chadron should have good field position at least.
Here's the kick. Angles it toward the sideline. It's caught at the 15. Good grab there. Across the 25, 30, up the sideline, 35, and thrown out of bounds with utter disdain by the Thunderwolves' Bryson Torrey, redshirt freshman out of Vista Peak High School in Aurora.
I love all these kids that play special teams that just get a little bit of a taste and they make the most of it.
And, you know, that's one thing I like about, I see it on the, we do have the new quarterback, and it is that man Mason Hamilton. He's a junior out of Gillette, Wyoming, just up the road a piece. You go up to Rapid City and take a left there on I-80, or I-90 actually. Get my road names right. Here's the getting a keeper. Now he throws out left. Ball is loose. That's a live ball, and it's covered up back at the 25-yard line.
Oh,
backwards pass.
Dominic Finney was over there as a defensive end, but that ball was behind the receiver, so it was a lateral, and they lose 10.
Yeah, it was a good call. Just watch the replay. It was a good yard behind the straight line, I guess I should say.
You just hope Preston Pearson's all right. This kid played his butt off.
Man, he did.
And just got destroyed today.
2nd and 20 after the loss of 10 on that play. I think you got to credit that as a loss to the quarterback for the errant pass. Here's the screen pass, left side caught. This little wide receiver screen to the left side. And that's Simeon Martin. Gets forward for 9. So it'll be 3rd down and 11 now from the 34-yard line.
Nice little play there.
Martin will come out of the ball game. He's a junior out of San Juan Capistrano, California. They get him from everywhere here at Chadron. 3rd down and 11. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure. They flush him out of the pocket. Turns in, making him run for his life. Here comes Tiger Pride, making him get rid of the ball. Incomplete.
And look who dropped back into coverage in that zone. Cody Ramming, the defensive end. The Thunderwolves have now pinned their ears back officially and are just playing with utterless, reckless abandon now defensively.
Wasn't that a sight to see? Turrenton, man, he turned it on. The big fella can move it. And then Nushi, it was like he took the baton and really ran him out of bounds
But
before he got rid of it.
how smart was John Nushi to let up?
Pulled up.
Just at the very end, he could have annihilated that kid.
4th down and 11. 28-0. Thunderwolves on top. Low snap, but it's handled. Rugby-style kick this time.
One hop right to Rakowski, or to Cook.
Cook. And he goes under. He was snowed under at the 26-yard line. That was a nice self-preservation. Some people would call it turtling, but sometimes turtling's a good thing, Joe, when you have 4 guys about ready to take your head off.
Just fielding that punt and then looking up and having 4 Philadelphia Philly burgundy jerseys just staring you in the face. I like this look for Chadron, though.
It does. They do look good. Remember they had the blackout the one year.
They did.
That didn't work.
Nothing's
worked. It's the reboot of the Csu-Pueblo football program. My favorite all-time blackout was at Adams State when they wanted to neuter the dogs. Remember they had the T-shirts and all that. I think the Thunderbolts beat them 50-0 that night. It was just silence those. They were just geeked up for that game. I think that might be one of John Riston's most satisfying victories ever. So that's good. Wasn't Marty the coach then? Heaton?
Marty Heaton.
Straight drop back. And ball deflected, almost intercepted, but it falls harmlessly to the turf. They're trying to get it to Dvorak on a little crossing pattern. If it isn't deflected, Dvorak had some room there.
Yeah, he had the linebacker on his hip, and if he catches it, he gets 20 before anybody's in the picture.
And you know the linebacker, he hurt himself there trying to adjust. Joey Guile trying to intercept that ball. I think he twisted his knee there or sprained an ankle. He's out of the game. Fake handoff, right side, caught by Rakowski, but he's taken down immediately. Good defense by the cornerback that time. Read that one beautifully.
I didn't even know they were going to give him a yard.
They do give it back to the line of scrimmage is all, so it'll be 3rd down and 10. So now the Thunderbolts will empty the backfield. They're going to go 5 receivers. They do leave Dvorak in the ball game, so he's going to line up behind the right tackle. He's like protection support against the blitz. He's the blitz pickup man. Then he'll leak out into the pattern maybe. Fuller steps up, going deep up the sideline, looking for Rakowski. Sails incomplete, out of bounds. Wise move there by Fuller. Nobody was open, so he just chucked it out of bounds.
Yeah, that ball was 3 yards into the white sideline. Uncatchable for anyone.
Sometimes just punting the ball away is not a bad play.
Well, when you're up 4 scores on the road, no need to give somebody emotion and let them back in and get the crowd riled up. You want 10 more minutes of just boredom so that these people would go home and you could finish up.
Sully Moon in to punt it away. So snap, punt is away. And off the side of his foot, but it takes the Thunderbolts bounce, now goes out of bounds. Didn't get all of that one.
Talked to Sully's dad before the game. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he is a very physical dad, wasn't he? I was expecting him to say he was the father of some linebacker or something. But, you know, Sullivan Moon for kickers,
is a big boy.
We qualified. Yeah. He's a pretty big guy. Well, remember last week we were at Highlands and everybody was Evan Line. I go, who's that guy? He's our holder
He's the kicker.
and the kickoff specialist. Oh, man, you guys are big.
Lonnie Hamrick now into the game.
Yeah, he didn't play in the first half. Not sure why, but he's out there now, so he's rested and ready. And our man, the starting quarterback's back in the game, Joe. What a courageous play this is. He's going to try to run it around the left side. Now passes up the side. Intercepted! I think Bones got it.
It does. Daniel Bone with his first interception of this season, I believe. Does he have one this year?
That is his first pick of the year. As back in the ball game was Preston Pearson. They flushed him out of the pocket. Looked like he was just going to eat it up the sideline, and then he flicked it out of there at the last second right to Daniel Bone. So the Thunderbolts take over. 3rd interception of the day thrown by Pearson.
I was surprised to see him in, but good on him for Jim. He's a tough guy because he's taking a licking today.
So Thunderbolts have it at the 42-yard line of the Eagles, 1st and 10. Russell is the back on this set. And they give it to him, and he makes a nice cut across the 40, hurdles his way down to about the 36-yard line. That was a nifty run for 6.
I think we're going to see a heavy dose of that now.
One of the Thunderbolts linemen down on the play, but they help him up. That's Domingo Prince II out of Cherry Creek High School. He was just dinged for a minute there. He's adjusting the headgear. 2nd down and 4. Dvorak in motion to the right side, resets. And again, they give it to Russell. Makes a little bounce move there, puts his head down, tries to power forward. They're going to give him the 33-yard line. He's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Never did go down.
Good leg strength. Remember, he left the game earlier on that last series, a little shoulder issue. Might have been just a shoulder pad issue, just something that was askew.
Well, Gary Graff, the offensive run game coach and the offensive line coach, might have saw something different for Howard Russell, talked to him on the sidelines.
Yeah, didn't like the way maybe he ran the play. Maybe ran it to the wrong hole there or something.
I like when they coach him up after a positive gain. Say, look, man, you know, if you kick
it was constructive,
wasn't it? If you kick it here, you get 8 instead of 4.
3rd down and 1.5 yards. Give it to Martinez, puts his head down. Spin move. He's got the first down. The spin move got him the first down. Joe and I are old school. Reminded me of a young Chuck Foreman, the old Minnesota Viking. He was the ultimate spinorama back.
Keon Martinez gets 4 every time he spins, and then he stays on his feet.
Yeah, sometimes guys spin needlessly, and they spin into a big hit. His was a purpose there. He's almost had that vision. He knows if he spins out of this, he's going to get yardage, and that's what happened. Sometimes a guy will just spin right into a linebacker.
You know, if Csu-Pueblo gets one more score here, that Chance Fuller's day may be over.
Straight drop back. He's in the pocket. He's going for it all. He's looking for Cook. Back shoulder throw deflected at the last minute. Oh, man, what a play by the cornerback there for Chadron State. Harvey Reynolds somehow got a hand on that one.
Cook, he's gonna kick himself for that one. I think he thinks he had that. The back shoulder throw deep. That ball was a little underthrown. But taking a shot on 1st and 10, following that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The ball is just inside the 30-yard line. If I was doing stats, I think I'd call it 30. Yep, now when the center stretches it forward, now you think it's the 29. They give it to Martinez up the middle. He plows his way forward for a couple down to the 27. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Thunderwolves. Down to 4:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's 28-0. Thunderwolves on top. Long count. Fuller thought he might have him offside there, but they stayed onside somehow. They jumped down here, the right defensive end, but he stayed out of the neutral zone. Now Dvorak adjusts. So does Rakowski. Rakowski doesn't know where to go. Thunderwolves in danger now here. And now they're going to take a timeout. Yep, they were all screwed up on their formation. So I think we'll keep it here because I think this is going to be a short timeout here. Probably going to be a 30-second variety. So we'll keep it here with 3:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. Thunderwolves on top, 28-0. Well, been big plays today for the Thunderwolves, Joe. 3 big plays in the passing game, plus the big run by Martinez.
Again, when you can hurt a team with a big play once, it kind of deflates them. But when it's been repeated, and all 4 of your touchdowns have come on incredible plays.
Yes.
I mean, Chance Fuller's played a great game. Reggie's played a great game. Rakowski's played a great game. And then they get the run. Okay, you get that. Now your play action's back in play. And we've seen it late in the 3rd quarter. They're running the football with some authority now. And I know that that's what they want to do to finish out this game.
Well, Joe, Central Florida, they got the touchdown they needed. They didn't get the 2-point conversion. They go down 31-29. Exciting finish down there today in Norman.
Well, Oklahoma, don't they lose to somebody they shouldn't every year?
Yeah, they do find a way. They do find a way to blow one. Their swan song in the Big 12 this year before they head to the SEC.
I don't even care what conference.
And then they'll find out. Then they'll find out what it's like to lose more games than one that they should lose every year when they go into play Mississippi or somebody like that and get ambushed.
Reggie Retzloff, single formation, single coverage.
He's on the right side, trips to the left. Now they bring a man in motion to the left side. They look right, though, clear it out. Retzloff, he's held on the play. And there's no flag. And Phil Vihill's beside himself. That's got to be defensive holding.
Yeah, you're going to see it on the replay. Not only is he, oh man, he was mugged.
And he is letting him have it up the sideline as well. He should.
I think they want to see what Willig has from, this is going to be from 30, 44 yards.
Yep, going to try the field goal here.
Well, he hit one off the crossbar from 57 in warmups.
Phil Vihill is still irate over there, as well he should be. That was an obvious hold on the play on Retzlaff. Inexcusable not to throw the flag there. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's blocked. And it rolls inside the 5 and on into the end zone, so it'll come back to the line of scrimmage, and that's where Chadron State will take over. Phil Vihill, he had to walk the other way just to, now he's back in there. He is still letting them have it out there because now they're all in a little cluster out there in the middle of the field. He can let everyone know his wrath. I'm kind of incredulous they didn't throw a holding penalty or interference there either way. I thought it was a hold all the way.
Well, here's how I look at it, Jim. I agree that there should have been a flag, but it's 28-0. You know, if it's 7-0 or 10-7.
So,
yes.
So is a sympathy not throw it?
I think so, but what do I know?
And our man Pearson's in the game. They pitch it around the right side, and decent run that time. Good physical run by Jake Marshall. Tried to lower the shoulder. That's not Marshall. That's their backup back. That is Brock Ping, the sophomore out of Billings, Montana. Brock Ping.
He looks like a Chadron back, doesn't he?
He does. Kind of a like a little Danny Woodhead special.
Just a little.
Bowling ball. Gain 7. Second down and 3. Bring a man in motion toward the formation. They're going to run the jet sweep around the right side. Thunderwolves have it strung out, but able to get forward for the first down enough is Tommy Thomas. Tommy Thomas, he's out of Poudre High School in Fort Collins. And are actually going to mark him about a half yard short. They say he stepped out of bounds just short of the first down. So 3rd down and a yard.
A lot of Pueblo kids have played up here at Chadron. It's been a pipeline here. Southern Colorado.
Well, most recently, remember the Jackson kid, the running back. He had a
Derek
pretty good
Jackson,
career up there.
Derek Jackson, these are names dotted in that record book here at Chadron. You know, Pueblo West, he was one of those Pueblo kids that got away from John, and you know that was running back U when he was playing it during his career.
3rd and a yard. Play action. They're going to go for it all, and that's incomplete. Oh, here now they're going to call holding because the entire Chadron State bench yelled at the referee and said, hey, you got to call holding. He said, okay, I will.
Yeah, that's...
Come on.
Ball was uncatchable.
Come on, F.
Field judge.
And now you think Phil Vihill was upset earlier. He didn't get the holding call on Retzlaff, and now Chadron State's guy, they start complaining. They go into histrionics on the sideline, and the field judge says, oh, yeah, I guess I better throw that since I'm standing over here in front of you guys. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. I know he didn't say that. I'm just being fun. I'm having some fun with it. Relax, everybody. Here's the handoff around the right side. There's that heat-seeking missile going for a drag there. There's Daniel Bone. Now we've got some extracurricular activity going on here.
Well, he never did go down, but...
Well, Bone had him around the ankle, but the guy refused to give up, and then the posse came over and body slammed him, and that's when everybody got upset. That was Ping again on the carry.
Well, Kwame Frimpong, the offensive lineman from Hillside, New Jersey, didn't hear the whistles apparently because he just kept playing.
No gain after all that. 2nd down and 10 from the 46-yard line. They adjust the formation this time. Marshall lines up on the left hip. Jet sweep action. They hand it off around the left side. And Monty has made his presence felt. He didn't play in the first half. Even Ben Greenberg said, hey, what's up with Monty? He didn't play the first half. We don't know. Well, he's into the game now, and he makes his presence felt.
-4 on that carry from his right defensive end, edge rusher. ran right in. You don't want to run right into Monty.
Of course, Joe and I we tell the story of Monty. We're part of we're the presidents of his fan club.
Co-founders.
He had that great game last year, and then we asked John Riston about him, and John said, "Well, he's not playing this week."
Violation of team rules.
So he has the little going on. Here's the run, and taking that good play there by McMorr for the Thunderwolves. Darius McMorr, the Samoan, he's out of Pago, and Pearson unable to get away, and then he's going to limp off the field. Man, get me to the ice bath. Preston Pearson.
He's got his leg taped in the calf.
What is up with that?
I don't know. It's one of those you don't normally see there unless he's got some cuts there. But he just took his helmet off, and he looks like he's been hit by a truck.
He's a big physical dude, isn't he? Rugby style kick. Cook says, "Get away, everybody." Bounces inside the 20, inside the 15. It was just so low he couldn't get up underneath it, and he knows. I think he's pretty smart there, Joe, thinking, you know what? The only thing we get screwed up here is if I fumble a punt here. That's the end of the quarter. 28-0 Thunderwolves. We head to the fourth quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Wolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Well, we're 1 quarter away from doing a post-game show, getting in the car and taking that. It's 6 hours no matter how you slice it. Joe, you cannot get home any quicker than 6 hours or get here in 6 hours.
No, you can't, and you think you can. I mean, if you did the back roads and did 100, you'd get 5 and 45, but.
We actually ended up on a couple of gravel roads yesterday where Siri took us.
We're not doing that again.
We're not going to do that one.
We're going to go through the whole part of Sterling and not the grain silos of Sterling.
Right side, Russell on the catch and tries to break a tackle, and now they blow it dead at the 16. He gains 4, 2nd down and 6.
These passes now from Chance Fuller are like long handoffs.
Yeah, just trying to get to the edge.
High percentage underneath passes, slow up that rush from Chadron. He's thrown for 324 yards through 3 quarters and 3 touchdowns.
2nd down and 6 from the 16-yard line. Fuller gives it to Russell. Oh, nice move there. Spins, gets the 1st down. Joe, that was awesome.
He looked like he was on skates.
Yes.
Like he just kind of switched lanes, on speed skaters when they do the crossover. That's what he looked like. He looked like he just crossed over the lane and made a guy miss. It was very, very pretty.
Well, we've been spoiled through the years. We were giving Ben Greenberg a history lesson on all the great running backs that have been here at Csu-Pueblo, and Russell fits right in with all of them. So does Martinez.
We go to Jesse Lewis and Michi and McDonald and Jamal Johnson. And, I mean,
JB,
Matthews, Marche Denard.
Here is the handoff up the middle. Russell makes a man miss. Oh, there's another little hurdle move. He's got the 1st down out to the 38-yard line. Another great move there, hurdling his way into the secondary. Give credit to the offensive line for the Thunderwolves blowing up some holes.
Well, Senan Chapel just destroyed his man. You want to talk about a pancake block? Ryan Jensen would have been proud of that one.
First and 10 Thunderwolves at the 38-yard line. Domingo Prince got up a little slowly on that play, but he just gets right back to the spot he needed to be. He's right on the right guard. Play action, left side, caught by Dvorak, spins, gets up the field. He's got the 1st down at the 48-yard line. He had to lunge forward there. Thought he was going to break free of that tackle, but taken down there at the 48. Good run after the catch, and great placement that time by Fuller, putting it to him right where he could spin and get forward.
Almost a sidearm throw. He had to throw it underneath the outstretched arm of a defender, and it went right under the arm into Dvorak's belly. This is Chance Fuller's best game, in my opinion.
I tell you, he impresses more and more, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is his best game. In my opinion, so far, this is his best game of the year.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Takes the snap. Gives it to Russell. He's going to try to bounce outside, and this time the Eagles have him strung out and take him down back at the 46-yard line. Give me a loss of 2 on the play. Nowhere to go that time.
Took 5 of them, though. 5 Chadron Eagles on the tackle. Howard Russell runs off to the sideline now. He said, hey, I had half the team on my back right there.
So Keon back in there. Second down and 12 for the Thunderwolves. 12 minutes to go, 28-0. Thunderwolves on top. Dvorak in motion. He goes way out to the left. Fuller in the pocket, steps up, fires it right side, incomplete.
How's that not holding?
You tell me, Joe. I don't know.
Tyler Etheridge down on the turf for the Thunderwolves, getting up slow. He's okay, though. He's okay.
Yeah, Retzlaff just trying to get away from the cornerback that time, who had his hands on him. I'm with you, Joe. I don't understand sometimes. Well, I do understand.
We're in.
Yeah, I understand.
Nebraska.
Third down and 12.
Who does Nebraska play today? Or do they play?
I think Ben said they were off today.
They've been off every week.
Yeah, no, to Martinez up the middle.
Had to.
Every week is a bye week
Every
when you
bye
play
week,
Nebraska.
and they lose. They lose to bye.
No gain. And it'll be fourth down and 12. Yeah, that was a good one, Joe. You know,
I have my moments.
I appreciated that one.
I have my moments.
Punt formation here. Sullivan Moon. Or Sully, as we like to call him.
Like in Toy Story. No, in
or
Monsters, Inc.
Or like the pilot that landed it on the river.
Oh, there you go. Probably more apropos than...
Good punt this time. Inside the 10. Good coverage by the Thunderwolves. Somehow broke that tackle and gets up the sideline across the 20 at about the 22-yard line. Thought the Thunderwolves were going to bury him inside the 10.
Oh, had Musa Ossifer made that tackle, he'd have been special teams player of the millennium. Nice pump.
Yeah, I knew he was no good.
Yeah.
One of those
Puts
guys.
two inside the one, but misses a tackle.
Demerit. So it'll be the 23-yard line where the Eagles start this possession. And Joe, quarterback, going to remain.
Good
Preston Pearson, he says, this is my job. I'm going to stick it out. Straight drop back. He launches it over the middle, and it's caught. Nice strike there out around midfield.
That's the first time they've thrown over the top today almost.
And like a skinny post up the middle of the field that time, and that's Roland George III.
Even on their couple of big plays, they weren't deep balls like that. Definitely not in the middle of the field.
That's he had 17 catches on the year coming into the game, 1 touchdown this year for George III. They're going to run it around the left side. Good opening. Gets forward for about 10 yards on the play, does Jake Marshall.
That was a nice read by Preston Pearson, Jim, on that RPO. He read that perfectly because defensive crashed in, and the wide side of the field was wide open.
Well, it's about that time of the game. Thunderwolves, they're craving that shutout in the worst way, and they haven't been able to get it the last couple of weeks. And, you know, that's what Chadron, that's job one right now. They want to avoid the shutout here. And they give the ball up the middle. Thunderwolves defense stiffens a bit here. But look at that extra effort. Kind of a rugby scrum, and somehow he comes out of there for about 5. That was a good secondary run that time by Jake Marshall.
Michael Utu making the tackle, but 5 yards down the field.
Thunderwolves do have a lot of reserves in the game right now at this point.
Especially up front.
2nd and 5, straight drop back, pass over the middle, and it's broken up. Nice
Dixon
play.
with a great play.
Danye, the senior out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Pass broken up by Dixon for the Thunderwolves.
Danye kind of has that look, doesn't he? He does have that body.
He's got that swagger.
Yeah.
You know, you transfer in and you have that swagger. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
He just physical. You know, Thunderwolves have had some great, what you would call undersized corners throughout their history. He's not undersized. Max pressure here. They pick it up, though, but it's picked and it's knocked away. It's loose on the deck, and they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Great hit that time by Eli Pittman as he knocked the ball loose from the receiver. That was max pressure up the middle. They went to the safety valve, but Pittman
saves the day.
I wasn't sure that he did not catch that. He looked like he caught it and turned, but maybe not making a football move.
And that's the argument that Phil Vigil's making along the sideline there. Phil's not winning many arguments today, is he?
He's 0 for. We'll have to give him grief for that. He's 0 for in arguments today.
But very rarely do you win an argument with the Zebra.
No. 4th down.
Straight drop back. And here comes pressure again. They blast him over the middle, incomplete. What a hit on the quarterback. He got shellacked that time. Oh, my goodness. It was either Diggs and Scipio were both there at about the same time.
Well, Lorenzo Diggs took care of the quarterback.
Here's another look at it. And, oh, my gosh, it was Diggs that just blasted the freshman out of Pflugerville, Texas.
This Texas connection is strong with this Csu-Pueblo team. And that may be one of those.
The 3 game guys,
yeah,
right?
you get a chance to play as a true freshman, get a taste, get a chance to go on the road, see what it's like. Chance Fuller's still in the game, though. I'm not sure I would still have him in the game with 9 minutes to go up 4 scores. Unless I'm handing it off to the backs the rest of the way out.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case. Double wide out left. Rakowski and Cook. Retzlaff wide to the right. They give it to Martinez up the middle, and he pounds his way forward for about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Thunderwolves would just like to get about 3 or 4 first downs on this drive, just chew up the clock here.
Well, I'm hoping to talk to Chance Fuller after the game and Daniel Bone. Daniel Bone had 14 tackles and a pick through 3 quarters.
2nd down and 6. And they're going to roll to the left this time. Fuller looking up the sideline, trying to get it to Rakowski. Incomplete. Man, they're just in there. Finally, they throw a flag on one of these cornerbacks. Desperation hold that time. And that'll be a free 15 for the Thunderwolves. But you know what? It was a good hold, because if he doesn't hold him, Joe, it's another 6-pointer.
Yep, runs right under that ball. Saying it's uncatchable. No, if you're not mugging him, he's got a chance.
Yeah, that is a tired argument, isn't it? When somebody says, "Oh, it was uncatchable," well, it's because he was uncatchable because I was being held.
I give you that argument if the ball's on the sideline. If it's in the sideline, but not.
So 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. They're at the 46-yard line now of the Eagles after the mark-off. They lead the game 28-0. 8:31 to go here, 4th quarter. Fuller takes the snap, gives it to Martinez up the middle, pounds forward for about 4, down to the 42-yard line.
There came a point late in that 2nd quarter where Csu-Pueblo they broke Chadron's spirit. You could see it. That defensive front that's been so good all season, they were just frustrated, and you could see that they had just broken their spirit. Using all of the game clock, all of the play clock.
Yeah, down to 15 now. They're waiting until about 10 before they get into the formation. Now we're ready to roll. 2nd down and 5, we'll call it. Play action. Fuller in the pocket. Now adjusts in the pocket. Now rolls to his left. Fires up the left sideline. Trying to get it to Retzlaff. Incomplete. Flag down. Going to be a hold here on the Thunderwolves. And Domingo Prince pats his chest and says, "Yeah, it was me. I was saving my quarterback's life." I'll take the hold there.
Lots of laundry down there.
And the referee looking over to the sideline. Well, do you want to take it? Yeah, he's going to take it. That's one thing I like about NFL officials, Joe, because they're all well schooled in the speed up rules.
They know
They just say, well, they're just going to mark it off. They don't even let the coach sometimes make a decision. They just do it because they know that's what the decision's going to be.
They don't know where to put the ball, though. This is what makes me laugh.
They're kind of looking around a lot here today, aren't they? Plus, they got to retrieve all the laundry.
Well, it turns out that feeling we had before the game that this could be dicey.
Yeah.
Might have just been the breakfast.
Could have been. Offside here, free play over the middle, Retzlaff, and he has got about 13 on the play. Now the Thunderbolts will have a decision here. Do you make it 3rd and 3 or 2nd and 10?
Take the play, don't you?
That's a decision for you, Joe.
They might not be calling this on Chadron.
Well, they were offside right at the snap. So it was the free play.
Number 0.
Thunderbolts will take it, so they're going to go 2nd and 10. That was an interesting choice there. I'd have to. We need somebody that studies analytics.
No, I see. You know what it does is.
Now they decided to decline it. Okay, so 3rd and 3.
The only thing I could have thought that might have done is bought you another 30 seconds or 45 seconds
Okay.
of play clock. You know, you run a ball, you run the play, and
Yeah, because 2nd and 10, 7 yards is a good play. So 2nd and 10, if you made it 3rd and 3, you'd be happy. So why don't we just go to 3rd and 3?
Right. I'm with you.
Thank you.
We don't agree often.
Unbalanced to the right here, and they run it left. Martinez gets half of it. He's down to the 38. He's going to be a couple yards short, actually.
So you take the play clock all the way down to 0.
Kroll was in the ball game for that snap, by the way.
And either call a timeout or just run it because it's the same as a punt if you don't get it.
So I think Fuller's day is now officially done with bringing Kroll in here at the middle part of this possession.
Under 7 minutes to go now.
4th and 2 for the Thunderbolts. Again, double tight end set to the right, unbalanced that way. They give it to Martinez. He tries to adjust, and he's submarine short of the first down.
Oh, Jim, if he keeps running outside to the sticks, he gets it easy.
Yeah, he cut it right back into traffic. So it goes over on downs there. Yeah, I think he did better sprinting to the outside and then stiff arming his way up the sideline. It would have been an easy first down.
All he had to do was get that lean at the sideline. All he needed was 2 yards. But Chadron kids are on scholarship too.
So it goes over on downs to the Eagles here with 6:35 to go in the 4th quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 28-0. The only drama left now is see if the Thunderbolts can get that shutout here on the road. They've been close. Their last 2 road games gave up a late touchdown to Fort Lewis, and then they had the scoop and score touchdown that Highlands put on them last week at the end of the first half. Straight drop back. Screen pass over the middle, and Thunderbolts have that snuffed out, but breaking a tackle is Tommy Thomas and gets forward for about 5 on the play.
Darius McMorris is not going to want to see that on film for Csu-Pueblo. He
had him, just didn't wrap him. Yep. Just didn't get him on the turf.
You dream of that when the guy catches it right in front of you.
Second down, and we'll call it 6 from the 42-yard line. Straight drop back. Stepping up in the pocket. He'll run with it this time, Pearson. He's got the first down and gets out of bounds. Self-preservation there as Dixon and McMorris run him out of bounds. But not before he has a first down in Thunderbolts territory down to the 46-yard line. Joe Cervi going to make his way down to the field. He'll have our post-game interviews. Stay with us for that. Brought to you by Rustler Implement. Here is the handoff up the middle. Hammer had his hands on him, then stays with it and gets him down after a gain of about 4. He broke the initial tackle from Monty Hamrick, but he stayed with it and chased him down up the field down at the 41-yard line. So it's going to set up second down now and 5. So 5:20 to go now here in the 4th quarter. 28-0. Thunderbolts on top. Pearson in the gun, takes the snap, looks left, pump fake. Now it goes down the middle, caught! Inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Little pump fake that time by Pearson, and then he, on the double move, Grant Swenson took it to the post and catches it over the middle down to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles here as they try to get a score on the board here. That looked like motion on the play. They didn't call it, and a good hit by the Thunderbolts. They jumped the route there. Donovan English going to throw Thomas down for a 1-yard loss. I don't think Chadron State was set there on that play for the full second, but they let him get away with it.
2nd down and 11 from the 20-yard line. Just looked hinky, as they say back in Chicago. Thunderbolts make some substitutions here. To get some of their first line defenders back in here as ball's now in the red zone. They want to prevent this score here. They're going to run the jet sweep around the left side and getting forward inside the 10 down or the 15 down to the 13-yard line is Tommy Thomas. He'll be short of the first down. He's going to set up 3rd down now and 4. So they mark it at the 13. Ball's on the left hash here. Going to go double wide out to the right. Both tight ends that are in the game line up to the left side. Unbalanced that direction. The back is Marshall here on 3rd and 4. Fake it to Marshall. It's the keeper by Pearson. He's hit in the backfield and taken down by Cody Ramming with the sack. Pack sack by Cody Ramming. I don't know if he'd be credited with a sack because that looked more like a run play, but you never know anymore with this run pass. And oh man, Chadron State to avoid the shutout. They're going to send the field goal unit out here. All this is to avoid the shutout. So it'll be Brody Eisenbraun to try it. It'll be a 32-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. So Chadron State avoids the shutout. They get the field goal on the board. 2:48 to go here in the 4th quarter. 28-3 Thunderwolves on Fox Sports Pueblo. 60-yarder.
You are listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Chadron, Nebraska. Well, I don't want to say it's upset alert yet, but Black Hills State leads Mines at halftime 17-14. Just a couple hours up the road. Well, a little bit more because 2 hours to Rapid City and then about a half hour over to Spearfish. So 2.5 hours, I guess. Depends on who's driving. And we'll just keep an eye on that one. Mines had come back to take the lead at 14-10, but Chadron with a late first half touchdown. And the extra point now leads at 17-14. So something for us to pay attention to on the ride home. South Dakota Mines leads Fort Lewis 48-10. Mesa over Adams State 28-7. Mesa's the next opponent for the Thunderbolts be in town. Remember, the games return now to 1 o'clock next week at the Thunderbolt, not 2 o'clock. So 1 o'clock start at the Thunderbolt next week against Colorado Mesa. And a long pooch kick. They were offside, though. Fair catch taken by Cook at the 35-yard line. Trying to catch the Thunderbolts napping. Try to kick it right over the top of them and then chase it down. But they were offside anyway. So you can take this 5 yards, I believe, on the end of the play. So with the fair catch taken at the 35, the Thunderbolts should be able to take it at the 40. So Thunderwolves will take over with 2:48 to go. Western Colorado leads Highlands 35-0 late in the first half in that one. We'll have all the scores for you from around the country, around the RMAC, also Division II scores, plus Division I scores as well. As part of our post-game show, we'll have interviews down on the field. The coach's interview at the end of the game is brought to you by Rustler Implement. Also have highlights and stats for you as all part of our Thunderwolves post-game show. Hand the ball to Russell, and he is taken down for about a 2-yard loss. And Chadron State knowing what's happening here. I thought Chadron might use their timeouts here, but evidently not. They said just run it 3 times, run some clock off, then we'll try to do something with it, and we'll get out of here. Last thing you want is that guilty feeling of extending the ball game and getting somebody hurt. When the doubt when there is no doubt who's going to win the ball game. 28-3, Thunderbolts on top. 2:05 to go. Ball snapped. Fuller passing it left side, caught by Cook, and he's taken out of bounds, but he was hit inbounds. So they keep the clock winding. He gets forward for about 10. Actually 9. They're going to give him the 46-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. So a safe pad in there for the Thunderbolts. Phil Veal knowing we need a first down to seal the ball game. So we'll see if they can get it here on 3rd and 3. Fuller's still in the ball game. He came out briefly on that last series, but that was because Kroll runs the run-pass option stuff. Play clock down to 4. Thunderbolts might just take it all the way down here and take a timeout, and indeed they will. Phil Veal takes the timeout right here with 1:17 to go, facing 3rd down and 3. They want to be able to get this 3 yards and be able to end the ball game on their terms. So once again, Thunderbolts in action next week against Mesa. 1 o'clock kickoff from the Thunderbolt. Hope to see you out there. If not, always tune in to listen to us, or you can. It's better to go buy one of those little transistor radios. If you do the iHeart app, I know I'm not supposed to do that probably, but if you do the iHeart app on your phone, it's about 1:15, 20 seconds behind. If you have the old-fashioned transistor radio, we're pretty much live. You can order those things online. You can get them for as cheap as, $7, $8 if you're really shopping around. If you want to go all out, and you get you the headphone with an AM radio in it for about $20, $25. You can listen to us call the ball game, plus watch it while you're at the Thunderbolt. 3rd down and 3. Thunderbolts come up on the line of scrimmage. Russell is the back. Retzlaff and Rakowski to the right. Gravano and Cook to the left. Cook comes in motion across the formation. Straight drop back by Fuller. They go up left side. Russell has it, and he's got the first down. Nice grab there. Hauls it in at the 47-yard line. Taken down there, but now the Thunderbolts can go into victory formation. Nice delivery that time by Fuller. Good play call, the concept there. You fake it to Russell, and then he just runs out into the flat. And the linebacker has to try to chase him down, and it's no contest. So we're under a minute to go here. And Fuller going up and down the line of scrimmage, patting all of his big, heavy offensive linemen on the head, thanking him for keeping him upright for the most part all day long. Only ended up on the seat of his pants twice, and one of them resulted in a touchdown when he got hit late, but he was able to have enough time to get the ball down the field to Retzlaff. Takes the snap, takes the knee, and that will do it. Final score from Chadron, Nebraska. Thunderbolts win it 28-3. Stay tuned for our post-game show. It comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Thunderwolves win the ball game at 28-0. And normally we do our highlights package. And this we're going to do a little bit backwards here. We're going to do the final numbers from the game. Then we'll do the highlights in the next segment because I got to clear up a couple things with Aaron on the order because I don't quite have when the interceptions were, and we want to get those in as well. So we'll give you the final numbers from today's ball game before we do the highlights. Thunderbolts with 20 first downs today. Chadron State with 19. 112 on the ground, 368 through the air, 480 yards total offense for the Pack. 101 on the ground, 219 through the air, 320 yards total offense for Chadron State. Remember how askew the time of possession was in the first half? It was about 2-1 in favor of Chadron State. It evened up quite a bit. 32-49 to 27-11 for the ball game. 3 of 12 on third downs were Chadron. Thunderbolts ended up 6 of 14. Thunderbolts 0 of 2 on fourth down. Chadron was 0 for 1. Thunderbolts have never ventured into the red zone today. Does that sound hard to believe? Winning the ball game 28-0? Well, all their touchdowns occurred from outside the red zone. Chadron was in the red zone once. They kicked a field goal. Individual numbers, Martinez 13 carries for 60 and a touchdown. It was a 32-yard touchdown run. Russell 12 for 46. Marshall had 18 carries for 89 yards for Chadron State. Receiving in the ball game, Cook 6 for 57. Retzlaff 5 for 165, 2 touchdowns, including the 83-yard one early in the ball game. Rakowski 4 for 94 and a touchdown. Russell 4 for 19, including the one that sealed the game late where they could run out the clock. Thomas 8 for 73. George 3 for 46. Abercrombie 3 for 40. Swenson 3 for 30. Defensive numbers, Daniel Bones, 16 tackles on the game. Nushi with 8, Seidenberger with 5, Scipio with 4. Guile had 13 for Chadron State, O'Brien with 8, Pullman with 7, Harrell with 6. Those are your numbers. Thunderwolves win it 28-0. We'll do the highlights when we come back right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
You're listening to CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Thunderwolves win it 28-3. Let's get to the highlights from today's ball game, compiled by one Aaron Kinnischtzke back in Michigan Control. Thunderwolves would go to a little Tiger Pride to get him set up early. Back to the quarterback. He's under pressure. Gets the pass away. Throw an interception. Picked off by the Thunderwolves.
John Nushi's just standing there. Ball goes right to him. Terrible pass by Pearson, trying to throw under duress. And John Nushi, the pride of Lahana, Tiger Pride.
And it was a crazy play. It was a pitch to the running back, pitched it to the wide receiver. He pitches it back to the quarterback. Quarterback under duress throws the interception. It would set up one of the first big passing plays of the game. Here's play action. Going up the right side. Wide open is Retzlaff. He's got it in the clear. 50, 40, 30. Cuts inside. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. Reggie Retzlaff.
How's that for yards after catch? Yakety yak.
Yakety yak indeed. The extra point was good. Made it 7-0 Thunderwolves at that point. Again, it was the defense that went to work. Overpower them that side. Pass out in the flat. Intercepted. Thunderwolves have it. Eli Pittman on the pick. And Pearson threw it right to him. But that's because the Thunderwolves had that pressure, Joe. They lined up 3 on the defensive right side, and Pearson had the happy feet.
He did, and pressure from the outside. Again, they're getting pressure from the edges. At CSU Pueblo is putting great pressure from the outside, squeezing Pearson a little bit. That time he threw.
It was a recurring theme today. It would set up the big play by the offense. Down the middle, man is open. It's Rakowski, and he has got it! Inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Thunderwolves with the big strike.
They said he had a drought in touchdowns. How's that for...
The drought is over for one Rakowski. It made it 14-0. That's the way we would go into the locker room. Thunderwolves, though, came out in the third quarter, and again, they would go to the big strike. And pressure, get the pass up the middle of the field to Retzlaff. He's got it! Touchdown! Retzlaff again over the top. Give all the credit to Fuller hanging in there, Joe. He was hit just as he threw the ball and still got enough on it to get it into the end zone. Here's another look.
That ball couldn't have been thrown any more perfect.
And he was hit hard on the play, but somehow got enough on it for Retzlaff to haul it into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point was good, made it 21-0. Thunderwolves then would go to work on the ground game. Martinez back in. He gets the carry. He's got the first down and more. He's across the 25, cuts inside the 20, stays on his feet, gets a block, inside the 10, inside the 5 to the pylon. Touchdown! Keon Martinez, what a run. Flag comes in late. Going to be a personal foul of some kind here. But what a run by Martinez. Here's a look at it again, Joe, on the Jumbotron.
That is spinorama by Keon Martinez, 32 yards to the house. He gets hit and he turns like a pinball.
And the extra point was good, make it 28-0. Thunderwolves then would seal the deal on defense. Play this is. He's going to run it around the left side, now passes up the side. Intercepted! And it was Daniel Bone on the pick to seal the deal. Thunderwolves win it 28-0. We'll come back, give you a scoreboard. We'll wrap things up. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
And join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Don Beebe Stadium. Thunderwolves win the ball game 28-0. Let's take a look around the rest of football today in the RMAC Mines has retaken the lead. They lead 21-17, 6:26 to go, third quarter up in Spearfish. Other scores, Mesa leads Adams State late first half, 28-7. Halftime score, Western over Highlands, 35-0. South Dakota Mines fourth quarter score leads Fort Lewis 48-10. Let's go to top 25 action in D2 football today. Games that are in progress right now that catch our eye here. Central Missouri, 17th ranked team in the country, leads Emporia. They're thrashing them 56-27. Pitt State leads Northwest Missouri. How the mighty have fallen, 21-0. That is in the third quarter. Pitt State's
pretty good this year, though.
They are good. In Northwest Missouri, it seems like every year they would win the national title. Yep. Not this year. Truman State leads William Jewell 24-10. Elsewhere, we go down the line here, picking off games. Angelo State plays Permian Basin later tonight. A little bit of regional interest there. Here's a big final, and some would call this an upset, although Augustana is pretty good this year. They're the 21st ranked team in the country. They knock off 4th ranked Minnesota State 28-10. Now, I don't know if that helps the Thunderwolves or not. Probably not. I would think that's kind of hurts the Thunderwolves' cause a little bit.
But Minnesota State lost.
Yeah, it's good.
And that's okay for me.
Bemidji State, they're big in this region as well. They defeat Concordia today 38-3. Did I give that final score? Augustana over Minnesota State. It was 28-10 was the final. Shepherd knocks off Westchester 59-21. That quarterback from Shepherd's getting some run in the NFL this year.
Is.
Michigan Tech loses to Ferris State. They bounce back with a victory this week after losing to Grand Valley last week. They win at 35-21. Grand Valley 73, Northern Michigan 14. We always got to mention Slippery Rock because they're always in the top 25, and then we always love them. They defeat California today 42-21. That's your one other score of interest. Indy, they've been our playoff opponent a couple times. They defeat Quincy today 24-14. Top 25 scores today. It's final. Ohio State over Penn State. Oklahoma defeats Central Florida. Central Florida got a late touchdown, but they missed the 2-point conversion. They lose at 31-29. Air Force wins today over Navy 17-6. Iowa and Minnesota tied 3-3. They're in the second quarter of that ball game. Missouri leads South Carolina 24-0. Tulane over North Texas 14-0. That's in the second quarter. Oregon and Washington State locked up 10 apiece in the Pac-12 today. 5:17 to go in the first half there. Tennessee, can they do it again this year? They lead Alabama 13-7. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter in that one. Tennessee actually had a 13-0 lead at one point in that ball game. North Carolina and Virginia later tonight. Texas leads Houston 21-0. That game is 12 minutes to go in the first half there. Ole Miss and Auburn later tonight. Army is at LSU. Michigan, Michigan State, Duke, and Florida State. A number of pretty good games that we can dial up on Sirius later tonight. Utah and USC later tonight. Pac-12 action. Utah, 14th ranked team in Los Angeles, take on USC, who is ranked 18th, trying to bounce back this week after getting beat by Notre Dame last week. Washington hosts Arizona State. Stanford will host UCLA. So that's wrapping up your top 25. CU idle this week, CSU?
At UNLV.
Okay, night game?
5 o'clock Mountain Time.
5 o'clock kickoff there. All right, so that wraps up. We don't even think about Northern Colorado anymore.
They're an afterthought.
Afterthought. We don't even give their score because it hurts too much. Those of you who have an interest in Greeley football. All right, Joe, your final thoughts on this one as the Thunderwolves win at 28-0.
This was a much easier win scoreboard-wise than I thought it was going to be. Chadron's always tough. Then Wakefield Vigil talked on the coaches show. Lou Holtzman I bought in.
Yeah,
I bought in. But you know what? Players, the playmakers from CSU made their plays today. Reggie, Daniel, Nushi, Chance, Rakowski. They made the playmakers made the plays today, and I'm going to give it up to the offensive line.
Yes,
because they did a fantastic job today.
All right, final score here: Thunderwolves win it 28-0. to nothing. We thank everybody here at Chadron, Nebraska. It's always great to come up here. Do we SID's name? You got it?
I didn't, but Joel Smith, the athletic director here at Chadron, is a good friend of ours, and he does a great job here with Chadron, and we appreciate the hospitality every year.
Plus everybody, all the IT guys, everybody taking care of the stats on time.
It's a great place to come.
And it's a great place to sit here and watch a ball game. Great windows. It's just a memo to Csu-Pueblo, everybody there involved. We need to have windows like this where you can just sit here and observe everything. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful thing. Ben Greenberg, Sports Information Director at Csu-Pueblo. He's banging out his post-game story over to the right. We're going to get ready to drive home, about a 6-hour drive back to Pueblo. We'll be home later tonight. Paul Plinsky is the Athletic Director. We thank him for all of his help as well. Aaron Kinnischtzke has been our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. We thank him for all of his hard work. My partner is Joe Cervi. My name is Jim Brooks. Reminding you the Thunderwolves will be back in action next Saturday against Mesa, 1 o'clock kickoff from the Thunderbolt, 12:30 with the pregame show. We also have the Phil V. Hill show brought to you by Rustler Implement. That's on Thursday at 6 o'clock from Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House. We'll have that for you. Hope you can join us there for that. Until we talk to you then, for Aaron Kinnischtzke, for Joe Cervi, my name is Jim Brooks. Remind you one final time, Thunderwolves win it 28-0. Good afternoon, everybody.